What's up?
Yo, yo.
What's going on, brother?
Oh,
I haven't been watching any of the Mythic marathon stuff. You'd have to catch me up. What's been going on?
it hit 4,000.
Oh, I knew
4128
it
so
hit
far.
that, but I didn't know if anything else crazy happened.
I just saw that Rabbits then put a comment in the Mythic chat saying that a secret gift will be something, but I didn't get to. Matter of fact, let me see if he responded. I wanted to know if that's what they said.
Yeah, he said,
Oh, it said joking.
he was joking.
Yeah. I mean,
I
that would be
figured
great.
that. They're not gonna do anything. Tonight we got Junk Plus coming on to join us as our guest on the Lazy Boys. We're gonna bring him here in a minute. Um, but
As,
yeah, man, it, it
as
it's
you can
it,
see in my
you got your
background,
space.
that's my space for the dragon.
My space is the floor for now. I'm gonna put it up probably by my dragonfly that's behind me up there, but I'll figure it out closer to next year when I get there. See what's up. He said he was kidding. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that like it was an event, and I'm glad it happened. I'm glad that everybody who wanted to get one got one, and it's just that's I mean the biggest pitfall to it is waiting until next fall. Like that not this coming fall, but next fall. Like that's the
I mean,
suckiest part.
I'm kind of okay with it, I guess. Because if it's gonna take that long for an item of that magnitude to be produced, I want it to be produced correctly.
No, I totally agree, but of course the collector and me, I want the shit tomorrow. So
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I'm just happy that everything was unlocked.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So being able, well, for me, since I'm close by and I'm picking up mine,
Yes.
that I didn't have to pay shipping for any of the stuff. Having all those free items that come with the dragon or even the epic wings and the
Right,
the, the head with the fire effect, it's pretty good.
right. Mr. Green, Gene,
Yo,
What
yo,
up?
what's
What
up?
it
good
do,
evening.
Um,
fellas?
Good
Good
I
evening.
think
evening.
I think yeah, I mean, cause it like it's what is it? It ended at 7 an hour ago.
No, it ends at 11 p.m. Eastern
Oh,
tonight is the
11
last
your time.
Yeah,
transaction. Yeah,
I'm West Coast. I'm
but
always
it
yeah,
but
yeah,
it
so
fully
you,
funded though, right?
yeah.
oh yeah, yeah.
Hell
Everything.
yeah,
It's over four
hell
thousand.
yeah.
So all the free figures, all the free accessories that they added
Hmm.
were are definitely coming.
I think so
Nice.
that's like what is that for 3 more hours for you, Blitz?
Yeah,
Okay.
a little
Yeah.
under 3 hours. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um get that Amelia, that's a shout out to Blitz, man. He makes all of our intros and all
Hey, there we Amelia. Hello.
that.
She was just here
Thank you.
about 30 minutes
Shout
ago,
out.
Nice.
bringing me supplies and food.
I'm planning on doing a cardboard printout for the display until it comes. Like an actual size cardboard cutout, so you know exactly how much space you need. I get that makes sense.
Well,
Um,
for me,
but
what
yeah,
I
I
feel.
mean, like it's coming down to the last wire, and I thought about it after Blitz mentioned it, but yeah, I'm not gonna get the wings. I don't.
I didn't.
But
I just got the fire effects.
yeah, me
I
too.
only
That's all I
I
really cared about.
Hmm.
literally the only reason why I got it is because, and Green can back me up on this. When we saw, excuse me, when we
Bless
saw
you.
the display, thank you.
Mhm.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. When we saw the display at Legion's Con, they
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of the burnt figures, remember?
Hmm.
And it
Yep.
just looks so good. And the fact that they're only giving one with the dragon kind of
Hmm.
sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I figured, I mean, yeah, the other one is a zombie, but the skeleton comes with the extra head sculpts anyway, so I can make two burnt skeleton figures
yeah.
Hmm.
at
Because
least out of it.
honestly, that was the only thing I wanted was the figure from the wings. I don't give a shit about the
Yeah.
wings. I wanted the figure, but I was like, do I want them that bad? Nah. So, but
Nah,
that was where it
it's
was
just
at.
extra room I do not have.
I just feel like it was a no brainer for me only because I'm picking up. To the people that have to have it shipped,
Yeah.
I can understand why they
Oh,
didn't do it.
bro, my shipping's killing me, but it is
Yeah.
what it is. You know, it is what it is. It's done. It's a done deal now, so I
Yeah.
can't go back.
Mine only came out to like $48 for shipping.
Wow.
For
That's
both
not
of them
bad.
together or for one?
Oh, I did them separately.
Yeah, I did them separately too,
Yeah.
and mine was like it
There
was.
we go.
I think it was 76 for my flames and like
Mhm.
100 and something for the dragon. So yeah, it was
Yeah.
almost $200 shipping.
Damn, how much was it showing shipping for you, Green?
Is that 46?
For the dragon?
Just that was just for the dragon.
How the hell? So when I initially did the dragon, and I
Uh-huh.
live much closer to Four Horsemen than Green
Oh yeah,
does,
absolutely.
Yeah.
it was telling me 105 or something like that.
Just the dragon.
Just the dragon when I did the
Holy
dragon.
shit, dude. Yeah, that's my price.
I think I clicked the right thing because I clicked the where you could select your shipping options,
Yeah.
and it was one of the standard priority one. It was the cheapest one, and
Green gotta steal, man.
There
I
Green
we
was like,
gotta
go.
I will
steal.
take it.
Well, I'm
I
glad
will
I could
take
pick up
that
then.
shit.
Yeah,
Even more happy.
it ended up being because I got the dragon outright, so it was about $110, $115 or something. But,
So even if we did the dragon and the accessory packs on two separate things, will they still ship together or will they be shipped out separately?
Um, it probably is going to be shipped separately because when I order from
Mhm.
Four Horsemen to ship, if I do one transaction one day and another one, they normally just send it separately.
Okay.
yeah, because I mean, and I did it back to back, but I think Blitz is right because they're two separate. It has two
Yeah.
different numbers on the
Yeah.
thing, so I guess I
Yeah, I didn't
mean,
know if it was because it was pertaining to the
Yeah.
dragon if they would just do it all together. But
nah,
That's
they're not
like
good like Amazon. They'll just put all your shit in one box.
yeah.
yeah.
That's like when they showed the size boxes for the items that's gonna ship in.
Uh-huh.
I think when I go pick mine up, it still would be three separate things anyway because I
Yes,
purchased
it will
them
be.
three separate times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Shout out to
yours is
Shop Pay.
Rabbit says his was
Right.
150 for his. Is that Rabbit? I don't know if that was for both of yours or just for Dragon by itself.
What he
You'd have
said?
to elaborate. But it was what it was. But we're done and it's good. And now we wait.
We're locked in.
Yeah, we wait, man. We wait. Oh, 100 for all three. So did you do them all three at the same time? See, because I didn't do them like I did one transaction, then the second because I wanted to do the dragon full out, so I didn't have to think about it anymore. And I
Yep.
wanted to do the fire set on the plan thing.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I did. Pay the dragon in full, and I did the
Yeah.
wings and the fire effect Shop Pay.
yeah, and I think I did those on one of the higher tier things, so I could get rid of that quick too. Because they gave
Yeah.
me like 1,000 options. Like one of them was like it's like $12. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
pay $12 for like 8 years or something.
That's what
Like
I got for the wings. It was like 1487 for like
yeah,
12
yeah. It was
months.
like I was like, let me just get this
I'm
shit.
like, bro, I'll be done before you know it.
Yeah.
But without further ado, let's bring in our guest tonight on the Lazy. We're late, and mind you, Junkla, we're chit chatting because that's the theme of the Lazy Boys. We don't really have like a theme or like a following any type of script. We just we're lazy, man.
We wing it.
Yes, sir.
Let's
We have no
bring in
itinerary
our
here.
guest.
That is perfect style for me. Just wing it.
That's
I was sitting here like, what are we talking about?
Thank you for joining us tonight, brother.
Hey, no
I
worries.
appreciate you.
So I had no idea what you guys were talking about, and I looked up, and that dragon's crazy living.
It's
Yeah.
insane, brother.
Yeah.
It's insane.
But $500, I'm like,
I know. It's
Yeah, but it's like
now.
having an adult pit bull, man.
that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
See, my problem is I've been playing a lot of Monster Hunter, so I'm like, oh no, I did not need to see that right now. 'Cause that would
It's a
go good with like,
Rathalos.
yeah, exactly, or Raytheon or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, man. See now, in mind you, Junkla, my methodology for purchasing the thing was a lot of stuff that's coming out this year. I'll get it next year, right? I can wait.
Yeah.
So So it was just a lot of moving stuff around, canceling some things, and just it is what it is. Like because with this thing, I getting another opportunity to get it, I'm not paying $5,000.
Yeah. The aftermarket is going to be pretty nasty on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And no, it really looks, because I got my first one and I'm pleasantly surprised with it. So I think I'm kind of
okay. What you got?
Yeah.
Show it to us. What do you got there?
Oh, the skeleton builder guy.
Oh, the
So,
Oh,
Lego.
I
yeah.
have that one.
Good
Yeah,
one.
that's a good one.
He's a good one.
So I just wanted the skeleton, right? So it was like, and I see all your guys' posts, and I'm like, dude, okay, I gotta get in on this, right? And the only thing that threw me off as a kid was like, oh, that's kind of big. Like I wasn't expecting to be so tall. So,
Yeah,
but it's incredible. Like wow, like I definitely would buy more of these. So
they and it's good. I mean, it actually, it's a great time for you to jump in on because they're just getting better. They're getting better at making the product, and that's one of the things I think that comes with their experience. In I think really kind of the Instagram and the COVID, the toy community has helped over the past several years really help booster them because I mean they've been around for 10 years now, but it's in the past few years that they really start like escalating how they approach the toy things and stuff like that.
never heard of them or anything. Because I mean, I'm just like, I was never the kind of collector that would dive into like very specific things. It's just like I'd be walking down the street, like looking at a window, like, oh, I like that. And like, oh, that's why I have like 8 Goku figures, just because it's like, But now you see that there's smaller, not really less known companies out there, but ones that have like such great, like this one. Like I would highly recommend this company to anyone. Its quality is nuts.
Yes.
It's so good, and the price wasn't really bad at all. So
this guy right here, bring this guy. This guy.
It actually is his fault that I got this because I was talking about it.
This guy right here.
I mean, look at the display. That's all mythics.
No, it's just like I got it and was like, dude, this is crazy. And the only issue I had, which wasn't an issue, it was just I had to hit him up. I was like, hey, these joints are stiff as hell. Tell him I'll break them.
Yeah.
So I was like, just heat them up. I was like, all right. So ever since then, it's really cool. So definitely we'll get another one. So I should install the Dragon. So.
And the thing is that what's really neat about the Mythic Legions, even the Cosmic Legions for that matter, is for the vast majority, this is not a bad thing I'm saying. They're generic enough in a sense that they can cross multiple lines with so many other things. You can incorporate them, whether it's Mythics or Cosmic, in the whole other, toy line, whether it's Marvel Legends, Star Wars, or whatever else you have, your SH Figure Art figures or whatever. You can grab a skeleton dude, or you can grab some like cosmic looking alien dude and throw him with anything, and then you're off and running with your shots and imagination. So that's what makes them, I think, one of the more versatile companies, is that they don't have like these per se iconic characters that have to fall into the certain things. So as they're making their own world, they've made a world that's accessible to the other, other companies out there. You can have Superman fighting some orcs or something. You can have a troll fighting Thor or whatever. It's really open ended. So that's what's neat about Mythic Legions, just to throw it out there.
That's a good point, because you don't have to rely on, say, like a Marvel Legends to get a Marvel bad guy to kill. You have, or in your shot anyways, not in Minecraft, sorry. But that's what I was noticing about. I'm like, oh, these would work well with other things too.
Yes.
I haven't quite figured it out yet, because I got so much on. I got a stack of SHs in front of me. I'm like, what do I do with all these things right now? So. It's like what video to make next, what pictures to take, and then then I'm stuck making this water thing for pictures, and it's taking longer than I thought.
So we do this. It's not necessarily
I'll be right back,
I guess, on the spot or whatever, but we like to get a little info on our guests just so they can shine on. So tell us about what brought you to toy photography, how you came up with your handle, and what was the collection that got you going, man, I'm really digging this, and I'm going to jump into doing all kinds of stuff with this. Break it down to us.
So going back the Wayback Machine, I was really, as a kid, I was really into micro machines and Legos.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was like, I still have a boatload of Legos. I just don't mess with them anymore. It's just, I would need an immense amount of space, and it's just like a cookie jar I don't want to put my hand into, I guess, like right now. So, but I'd off and on collected action figures as an adult, like things that would just kind of jump out at me, but it was never like my go-to thing. I collect so many different things, but originally I was into Gunpla a lot,
Okay.
and I've been building Gunpla since high school, which
Wow.
I went to school back a long time ago. So the kits have gotten a lot better since then, and I, off and on because life happens, but. So with action figure collecting, I guess COVID was kind of what got me into it a bit more without posting pictures of it. Is I wanted a Mega Man. Just decided because I had the old Mega Man, the American cartoon figure. You know what I'm talking about? They're like he's all yoked out, he's all buff. It's like okay, cool. It's the American Mega Man. He's just like dude hits the gym all the time. But so I found this Bandai one that was like the NX style, so it's a little bit smaller, but it functions like a SH and. So I bought that along with the Kid Goku SH that came with the Cloud Nimbus.
Okay.
And surprisingly, I only got it for $50, and this was years ago. I've looked for it now just to have see if it was how much it is. I've never seen a reissue. So when I opened that kind of like opened my eyes to like action figure collecting. So I kind of did that just on my own without really like exploring it as like let me post these pictures, but. It got to a point with model building that I was really like burned out, and I like the photography aspect of taking things outside. So that's when I got more into doing the action figure stuff. At my handle, it's a funny story, but it's a quick one. I was building a Char Zaku 2, the Origins model kit, and it was just miserable in the elbows. Like, did not want to hold. It's just like here, and I was sitting there. In my head, and I was like, man, this thing is just just a piece of, instead of saying a swear word, I was like, it's a piece of junk. And then I was like, it's junk plastic. And then I was like, oh, junk oh, there's my name.
Brilliant.
Yeah. That was like, oh, that's the lightning in the bottle for me for a second in my life. That's cool, I guess. So
that's dope.
Just
man.
click.
But yeah, and then now I have this obscene obsession with SH figure arts for some reason, especially Dragon Ball figures. I don't need any more Dragon Ball figures, but I still keep getting them for some reason. So.
Hey, okay, Junk. That's a great segue for you to Blitz, because Blitz was, I think it was a week or so, a couple weeks ago. Blitz was like, I'm thinking about getting. We were like, no, you can't.
Getting what?
He was thinking about getting rid of his Dragon Ball. We're like, no.
Why?
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Wait, I mean, hold up. Which one's you getting rid of? Because now I'm interested.
I was.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah, don't tell him that.
Going to do the entire DBZ collection I had, only because space is an issue, and I've really narrowed down what I purchased when it comes to figures. So like I'm big on wrestling, I'm big on mythics, mezcals here and there depending on what it is.
I still gotta say your Popeye shot was really cool. I want that figure just because of your picture.
Thank you. But I decided I'm not going to get rid of them because it's like what Thor said to me when we did that episode. He was like, I was searching for a lot of the figures, and I kept diving for them. So you know what? I'm gonna keep them, and I have them displayed, but I'm probably gonna get back more into that. Pretty soon, probably when I get a little more time. It's a little difficult right now, but I'm not.
David says the statement has been retracted.
Pretty much.
Let the record show.
Let the record show.
I would say though, as of right now, for me, the focus is, and I was actually talking to Donald. The focus from here on out, now that the dragon is already purchased and we hit the goal, is now Legion's Con. I know Legion's Con is in November, but that's my focus from here all the way to November now.
Where's that at?
It's in New Jersey.
I've never been to New Jersey. Maybe I'll go. I get my vacations in November.
Sometime this month.
It's not a bad idea.
You said, Raven said you worked really hard to get those figs. So
I
you
did, but
did.
you know,
You did some
like I
hunting.
said, space is always an issue. No matter how big of an apartment or a house you have, space will always be something if you're collecting and
Oh
you
yeah,
keep going and
absolutely.
going and
Right.
going. But
What is space?
yeah,
There you
for
go.
me it
Yeah,
was
I
just
have
more
none of
so.
that.
Yeah, for
Raven,
me it
you
was
get
just
No,
more
smart.
so
but
like how do I make space and keep shooting what I love.
Right.
So I put some stuff away today, actually, that unnecessary stuff that I had out that I don't use, but I'm not gonna get rid of.
uh,
So I was able to make more space. So I have my space for my dragon behind me.
Mm-hmm.
I have my Storm collectible Mortal Kombat figures displayed. I have my wrestling figures displayed. I have my Mythics displayed. I have my DBZ displayed, and that's it.
There you go.
Oh, and
Shout
my
out from
Jada
Dead Man
Street
Juan too,
Fives.
Uncle.
What's up, dead man?
What's up, Dead Man? Mm.
dead man.
Do you guys ever like rotate your display case? Because mine's so small, I have to rotate it because I get bored.
Okay.
So I just wonder if you guys do the same thing, because I figure some
No,
people just might just be like, I'm leaving it alone for years and never touching it again.
that's
I got a good answer for that. I got a good answer for that. The answer is no. The only reason being is when you, well, like again, for me, I've narrowed down my collection over the years. The guys know we used to always buy anything that came out.
yeah.
We
We
were
buy
purchasing,
anything that's
purchasing,
Yeah.
coming
purchasing,
out.
purchasing. And throughout the years, we've narrowed down. I have almost 400 wrestling figures. I
Holy
cannot
moly!
I cannot rotate 400 wrestling figures. So the
That's
way I
Right.
have my display set up, I'll actually send you a photo. The guys knows how my display looks for my wrestling. It's actually surrounded by my TV. That was my wife's idea. She had a great idea for it. It looks
Oh,
amazing.
I
And
think
the
you
same
actually
TV.
did show me that before.
Okay, so yeah, that's my wrestling display. That's almost 400 wrestling
Are,
figures.
are they like tiered on this? I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. Were they
Yes,
like set?
yes,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
That was cool.
And the same thing with Mythic Legions. I have over 100 Mythic Legions. I'm not moving them.
Right.
So for me, I guess the only thing I'm doing is crunching figures together as I get more wrestling figures, more mythics. Um, and I'm probably gonna put another floating shelf up to take my mezcos out
Mm.
once the dragon
Nice.
finally comes.
Did
Yeah.
Mezco just release a new Spider-Man?
It was
uh,
the Amazing
Or not
Spider-Man
no.
that
Mezco?
came
Sorry,
out in October.
Mayfix. It was Mayfix. Never mind. Mayfix. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Green, don't you have that
Yeah,
one?
cool.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Hold on.
Excuse me.
And y'all know, as much as I love the figure arts Spider-Man, this one is far superior.
I told you,
Um,
small effects is always more superior in my opinion when it
the
comes to superheroes.
oh yeah, the articulation is much better. Um, what I did like about my SH got very loose in some parts very
Same.
quickly. Like his left leg was very loose. Like he could still stand and like hold poses and stuff like that, but you could like do like that and it would flop all around.
Oh, that's no
And
good.
the wrist joints got very loose. But yeah, this guy is amazing. I love the pull that down real quick. I love the mask sculpt. I think they did a very good job on that. I know one of the big points of contention with this is the shine. I don't know if y'all have heard, but he does have a bit of a shine to the suit, as opposed to that's not a good example. But as opposed to like the SH which had a matte finish,
Ah,
but it's in hand, it's not as bad as everybody is saying, in my opinion. I'm still wrestling with the fact of giving him a Mr. Hobby Super Clear bath.
there you go.
But yeah, I like him. He's definitely going on my top for the year.
Nice.
Hold on. I don't want to hog up too much time, but I do want to show you the Toby head sculpt is
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see
is
that.
unreal.
Oh, that's spot on. That's dope.
Hold on.
That's cool and creepy all at the same
I know,
time.
man. That's like
That's awesome.
actually
That's awesome.
that's actually getting close to we call it like a
There it is.
1/6 scale.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's getting close to 1/6 scale. That's dope.
This is definitely more, I think, Raimi Spider-Man than the figure arts.
Yeah. The other one was kind of more based on new Spider-Man. His
And
parents there. Yeah.
Benny, you'll find this funny. I was telling June this, but they took a play from Toddy Mack's playbook. He's kind of got the rubber diaper going on in the midsection. I mean, it works great for articulation because,
Dude,
I mean,
damn, that's dope.
like,
Wow. God. Just imagine diving with that smile on your face, like,
right.
With that smile, that'd be horrible.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
What up, Vico?
Highly recommended. Vico, what's
Vico,
up,
give
brother?
you a shout
Okay.
out. He says, "Glad you're okay, bud."
Oh, thank you, man.
SRW.
Appreciate you.
There you
Thank you, guys.
go.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, glad you're all right, bro.
Yeah, that's
I was, for those of you who don't know, I was in a car accident last night.
Oh shit!
I'm good.
I mean,
I'm,
sorry.
yeah.
Can I cuss on here?
yeah,
Oh,
man. It's
hell
Lazy Boyz.
Okay, my
yeah,
bad.
man.
Bro, we
Sorry.
don't care.
Nah, you're good. No, I'm good. I just got a couple bruises and scrapes, but we're fine. We're all good. The
Dang,
other,
that's crazy.
we're just
You should have popped out the car and be like, "Do you know who I am?
green geek, motherfucker.
I am Green of Sir Laziness."
Read of Sir Lazy.
And the fucking shitty part is the day before I bought the Dragon 2. Like, come
Yeah, I
on.
know. Like,
But
but I mean, think of
well.
it this way. Like I was telling, like I reached out to you. I was telling you, man, don't like insurance and stuff. Like they total the
Yeah.
car, they're gonna give you a value for it. So it's like it's a process, man. It's just
Yeah,
that process.
everything
Yeah.
will work out. It's just inconvenient,
Yeah.
The most
So it's
Well, it
good.
could be.
important thing
Who else knows but me, right?
I know.
Yeah,
Like
for real,
even
dude.
recently, that's what's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I was in a
2025
car
has been a
accident in
banger so
December.
far.
Yep,
Yeah.
you were.
Fun
And
times.
and ultimately, it turned out for the best.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
sure
It
as
really
hell do.
did.
Besides
So,
what's going on now, but other than that, it's okay.
right. That's right.
This too will pass, but we have toys, so
There you
Well,
go.
I have
Yeah,
an
toys.
we're not all that bad,
imaginary dragon right now.
right?
There you go.
When does that dragon come out?
Next
So
fall,
Greg
right?
Brute Scale, who works actually for Four Horsemen, just put in our chat. Looks like it's going to be fourth quarter 2026. So I was like, you telling me Legion's Con 2026?
Yeah,
Dragons
I
will be
guess
picked
so.
up.
Hell yeah!
So you guys gotta wait like almost 2 years.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
nuts.
much.
That would drive me crazy.
That's what I was talking about earlier. It's like,
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I just think that I was like, that would drive me nuts.
They release so many waves that we've waited so long for, and the guys know. Like, I'm like, okay, the Dragon's gonna come out next year. It gives me time to buy more shit.
Yeah.
right.
Okay, yeah. It looks cool. I mean, I'm even debating it right now just
Hey
because.
man,
You have until 11 p.m. Eastern tonight to
Yeah.
order. Today's the last
Do
day.
it.
Oh, today's the last day? Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
not then.
That dragon is going in every photo. Every photo possible I'm gonna make is gonna have the dragon.
It's all Spider-Man pictures. Like it's like back there, like make it a little small back there.
Batman throwing a batarang at him.
Popeye uppercutting the dragon, you know.
That's gonna be the entrance
That's
for like
perfect,
a WWE
actually.
event.
Exactly. No,
I got to write that down before I forget it. Actually,
I mean, the thing
Popeye
is,
uppercutting.
it's one of those things where, like I said, if you can manage it and move your expenditure around or do whatever you do, it's one of those things that getting it now, yeah, that's your best. If you do want it, get it now. If you don't want it, don't worry about it. If you do want it, get it now, because otherwise, aftermarket. So here's something I don't know if it got brought up in one of in the Four Horsemen chat, but so the Bathier's Fury, the last guy that got the dude with the companion knight or whatever you want to call it in the green. So
Yeah.
his entire color wave is from the one of the very first release figures. I forget how you say his name. He's a little dwarf dude. Or something or something or something. I'll look him up again. But so this little dwarf dude came out, and that was the tease because I guess they come from the same village. In the mythic storyline, this little dwarf dude comes from the same village as Bathier's Fury. They're
Mm.
tied together. So they did a callback by making Bathier because people are like, what? Why is this dude like? Okay, we get the Rider dude, but who is this other guy? He's tied back to one of the very first figures, and he that figure. Let me tell you about the dwarf that came out way back when. Take a guess at how much that figure costs now.
Probably like
Just
450,
the dwarf.
500.
Yeah.
What's that?
450, 500.
550 for a
Close.
little dwarf,
Close.
like no bigger
Wow.
than that. Like he's tiny. So that's what I'm saying. Like the thing with that's the weird thing about Mythic Legions is they have this weird appreciation. Like they're one of the few toy lines that really drastically appreciates. Like I think that there's a couple toy lines out there that do that, but they're one of the major ones that you miss something or something like that, unless they're re-releasing it, going back and getting it, it's pretty pink. So think about that. The huge 5 foot long, once it's got the flames and all this shit, dragon costs the exact same price of the little troll. Or I mean the little dwarf dude that
Yep.
came out 10 years ago. So that's the difference between the Mythic Legions things, is it, it not Sir Valagard. No, it was he had a weird name.
I'm about to look it up now.
or thing, something like that. I'll look it up again. But
That was long before my time getting into the line.
yeah, he's one of the very first waves or something like that. Came out with that. Little, got the exact. He almost looks like a miniature version of the furry Bathier's Fury. He looks like a miniature version of the little dwarf guy. And supposedly come from the same village or something. Because I was looking into it. But yeah, mythics, they hold, in other words, they hold their value. When you start purchasing them, you start grabbing them, they hold your value. So it's always best to get them, whether it's the figures or whatever you're doing, get them when they first come out for the most part, because they'll hold their value. Like this one wave, is it Ashes of, is Ashes?
Was he a goblin or was he a dwarf?
He's a dwarf. He's a little dwarf dude, like got a little beard and stuff, he had a hammer or an axe. No, he had a double-bladed axe. Little dude. I'll look him up in a second.
He said he was a orc.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's a little dwarf. Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah,
And he's from like what would you say, like wave 1 or something?
Yeah, he was way old.
Yeah, I'll be right back, fellas.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Where is he at? I was looking at him just the other day. Steelhide, orange Steelhide. Actually, I'm wrong. Check it out, fellas. Here's what he is now. Can you see him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Orange. Damn. Jesus.
What the fuck?
That's him right there. That's what Bathier's Fury. He comes from the same village as this guy.
Yo, why did I open this page? There's so many cool figures. My wallet here, just take it.
Now this was the other day, but I think the words got out that Orin is related to Bathier's Fury, so that's why he was 550 the other day.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna re-release this figure then.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice if they did.
So you know how I don't know if they've say anything or not, but well, they wouldn't. But you know how Figure Obscurus, they always throw in like something, like a little extra something,
Yeah,
like a surprise. Like, what if they do that with the dragon, and they give us the dwarf for like an homage to that.
That'd be hilarious if they
to that
did.
figure.
Like, just threw it in as an extra thing. You didn't know. They don't tell you.
I mean, I
But
hope they throw in something as a surprise. I mean, I'm pretty
I
sure
would
for the
hope
amount
they
of people
would.
that backed it,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what I would do if you had people backing your stuff, throwing little extras. I mean,
Yeah.
it goes a long
And
way.
we're probably gonna get a saddle or something for the dragon.
Something. You never know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it'd be a good picture for you guys. Is the Dragon Ball character summon the dragon, and it's a wrong dragon,
Right.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and then it eats
That's
Krillin
not Shinron.
because yeah, or Yamcha can get owned again. I mean, that'd be
Yeah,
funny
she
too.
gets stomped on. That'd be hilarious. But yeah,
Poor Yamcha.
they hold their value, which like for the most part. Speaking of your Dragon Ball, like a lot of times those guys hold value unless they're re-releasing it. Like they hold value too, depending on how.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
They do.
The Ginyu Force is fucking ridiculous in price.
Yes.
Funny story. I scored a used Captain Ginyu for $40. There was nothing wrong with it, and the box just had like a dink on the corner. The guy was just like, "I don't want it anymore." I was like,
Nice.
"I feel
Say
bad
no more.
not saying anything, but I'm just gonna take that from you, sir."
He said, "Damn, okay,
So,
I guess."
It was like brand new, and like it had the plastic and everything. I was like, "Man, this guy doesn't know." I was just like, "Whatever."
Take
I
it.
felt kind of bad about it, but he didn't seem
No,
to care.
you got it. They said no
Well, then-
saddle because Dragon Seen is a god.
Well, then
Damn,
they need to
okay.
throw in a fucking horse. That's what I want.
You just go on AliExpress and find like a whatever scale that thing
Because-
is saddle.
Yo,
Right.
my biggest problem with the whole campaign,
Mhm.
even though I backed it, is how do you have a champion challenge a dragon? How the fuck does he get to the dragon? Walking?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Climbing the fucking road?
Typically, knights that fight dragons have a steed. That's
Yeah,
usually
give me a
how it
horse for
always
him.
works,
They're gonna make me
supposedly.
buy an extra horse just to fucking figure out a way to customize it for him when he releases.
Mhm.
A racing
can see-
snail would be cool though. Like
Yeah.
never see that kind of thing.
What
Just
up,
being random.
Enders?
And
I
there's
I could see them releasing a companion horse like down the road or something like something.
Probably, but it should have came.
It should have come with it though.
mhm.
Yeah,
But you're asking. The thing is, as much as I'm applauding Four Horsemen for doing what they're doing right now, they are still a toy manufacturer and similar to Hasbro and stuff. They all of them gonna have their games they play, man. Because it's like anytime they do a HasLab or whatever, it's like, why did you put that shit with there? You should have released. And then they mess around and they release something companion piece later. So I guess that's the business model, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not
Whatever.
gonna lie. I would be happy if they do throw in a surprise and it's another burnt figure because, like I said,
Yeah.
to have only one burnt skeleton, that's the only reason why I got the epic wings because it's a burnt zombie that I could just throw a skeleton head on.
That's true. You really could.
So it's like if they threw in another skeleton, that would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like I said, but again, it's kind of like I love I'm a fan of SH figures too, but it's like stop. Why did you not give me Luffy's Gun effects with him? I gotta go get a separate pack and then get an extra face of him every damn. It's like, dude, stop playing games. But that's the business, right? They gotta keep you coming back for more and more and more and more. It's like because I'm the fool, and I say I'm the fool because I'm getting the not so maximum Spider-Man. Because I'm gonna keep calling him not so maximum Spider-Man because he's really not that maximum. But it's Spider-Man, so of course I'm gonna get him. But it's like, dude, they know what they're doing. Like for everybody that's really complaining about Maximum Spider-Man not being Maximum, it's because it's the first edition. You know there's going to be a 2.0 and a 3.0 and what? How else do they stay in business if they give you if you never have to buy that figure for them again? That would be a shitty business model.
Like, one of the biggest reasons I stopped buying Marvel Legends,
right?
is because they just keep re-releasing, or they'll do an upgrade with attachments and another figure.
There you go.
Look at that new black suit Bully Maguire they released.
Oh, that Bully Maguire,
it's
man.
the same ugly No Way Home body sculpt. They didn't do anything with the mask.
But as Blitz has told us many a times in his legendary knowledge of it, you saw that price creep up, didn't you?
$40.
Yeah, price creep.
Even WWE, Mattel. Oh my god. So I buy a lot from Ringside Collectible, and I just was looking the other day for some reason. I don't know why I went on the website, but I was like, Ultimate Editions are now $40.
Yeah, and mind you, let's just be realistic. This this is this is this is pre-tariffs. This has nothing to do with tariffs. This has to do with the market. This is because when they see us buying these figures, then they and usually Hasbro, you're usually the ones that lead the pack. If they get away with releasing a figure and make it that price, then the rest of the toy manufacturers go, okay, we can do it now. We can do it. It's just like McFarlane. He released a statement that my price, it had nothing to do with tariffs. He just said my prices are going to go up because he's putting wired capes now with his stuff. So he's like, wait a minute, I'm putting wired capes with my stuff. SH Figure Arts putting in wired capes and that stuff is $90. Wait, hold on, I gotta charge more. So
Yeah.
that's what's happening. It's a thing that's happening, you know.
It's like the price on this pickle would probably be cheaper if it didn't have a cloth wired cape.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now, but you know, John, that comes about because the third parties are kicking them in the nuts. Because third parties, I've gotten all my soft goods for my SHs come from Bell Workshop because they make the best ones. And that SH got tired of Bell Workshop making all these replacement capes and stuff. And they're like, oh, we got to start adding fucking wired cape and shit. So it's like, it's funny how they follow each other. Like it's monkey see, monkey do. They're like, oh shit, I got to jump on that now. But ultimately,
but it sucks when the big companies pick up on a trend that a smaller company is just doing for their own business, right?
I know.
And then they go, like, I get it, you're going to jack up your prices, but sometimes it's like, come on, that's I get it, the dollar has devalued or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, you're going to raise the price on something like $20 just for material.
I feel like companies use the tariffs as an excuse to bump so dramatically.
Oh,
that's one reason too. It is because it's a typical corporate greed. Like the dudes, I'm just gonna say it. The dudes on top just want to keep making what they're making. They can't take a little less.
Yeah.
You know? And that's the sad part because it's like, I will say this, and it's not going to sound nice to people, but collecting is a luxury. It's not like, you know. And so if you can't afford it, then don't buy it because you're gonna put yourself out for something. Like, don't do that. But it is unfortunate because you're not creating like this gap where certain people who want to be part of the community that collected toys can't afford it. Like a lot of people would say they want that new Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Daima, right? Cool. It's $90 for something this big.
I know,
right?
Man. Yeah. Are you serious?
And that really puts a lot of people away from being able to purchase something. But it's, you know, that's the other, like you said, the business model, premium Bandai. So,
but here's the thing, though. I think that like as we see more and more of this happening, I think ultimately is going to come back and bite them in the ass.
I do too, but in a good way, because you have like these CDs make like that Goku I got from them was incredible. Like, whoa, I was like, didn't expect it to be that good of quality, and I'm like, damn, that kind of gives SH a run for its money.
Mean, Green and Raven even in the chat, he can speak upon it vid with me. CT Toys has knocked some shit out the box, man.
Yeah, that Wolverine, the round 2 one, that was cool. I was like, man, that was like $15, and God, what a great figure.
it's so good.
Dude, CT Toys has all of my money going forward. Like, did you see the new Gambit they're putting out?
Yes, I did.
And I have the actual regular Mayfix Gambit, so
me too. I'm like,
damn it, I could sell that one and get the cheaper one for myself for photos.
But hey, man, that's the thing. So it's like, I hope that companies are paying attention because you're right. They're just opening the doors for other people to come in and jump in something that they're not doing or that they're doing wrong or whatever. Because now I hope that Mafex is going, hey man, wait a second. These CT toys are selling through the roof. Maybe we got to make some kind of change, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I doubt it only because for years, and you guys know I've been saying this actually for years now.
Yeah.
Companies increase their prices at least twice a year in some capacity. And they've been doing it. $1 here, another dollar there every 6 months. They're taking the tariffs as an opportunity to take a big jump because every company is worried that they're going to take some type of loss. So they're jumping the prices. and
Yeah,
they're not gonna add more stuff to it. It's
yeah,
just
you're
gonna
right.
be the norm for them. And the
Damn.
third party companies that are producing amazing stuff, they might have to raise prices too, because since they're more independent, they don't have a big, you know, company
Hmm.
to distribute.
Right.
That's
They're going to
true.
take a loss. So they might increase, and all that's going to do is make the bigger companies be like, they raise their prices. People are still buying. I can go up another
Hmm.
dollar or two now
Damn.
and keep selling.
Damn it, Blitz.
Yep.
And
The
then you
only
have the
drawback,
completionists. You have completionists out there who don't do toy photography, but they do collect a
That's true.
right?
large
Hmm.
scale
Very
of
true.
figures. The price jump, if perfect example, if it's a diehard Star Wars fan,
Mm-hmm.
diehard, and that's the only thing they collect, a basic figure could go up to $45 from Black Series.
Yeah.
A completionist is going to buy
Yeah,
those figures either way.
Um,
Hmm.
true.
That's what I'm doing with Spider-Man. Not so
Yeah.
maximum.
The only drawback I can see to that is
Okay,
they raise
some
the
drop.
prices and the quality of the figures goes down because they can make an
Yeah.
excuse of like, oh, we can't afford the manufacturing process here or there because of tariffs,
Mm.
yada 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 yada. But who knows? Because I don't know if this is true, but I was told that like different manufacturers will build different or build figures for the same company. So like an example is like Figma will have figures produced by the same figure by different factories, so you get varying
Yes.
quality.
You're right.
And that's like I could see that becoming possibly an issue because there's been some SHs I've gotten lately, and I'm just like maybe it's because it's the $35 range, but I was like, this looks like Dookie. Like what is this? These blemishes like all over,
Hmm.
and then you get what like this one for 35, and it's probably my favorite figure this year so far, and I've only messed with it for maybe an
Yeah.
hour. So,
Yeah, and
but
you're
it's
absolutely right, Junko, because it's they coming out of different manufacturing factories or whatever, and it does make a difference. It's just you don't know it unless you collect that line and you have it in hand
yeah.
and you're like like
The
you're saying you have it in hand.
the other
Excuse
bad
me.
part about this
Mm-hmm.
is the companies now, the big companies, Mattel, um, Hasbro, uh, even fucking Fisher Price. They're going to they're you thought they were milking the molds before? They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
milk the shit out of these molds for the next
Hmm.
decade.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You don't spend money
Feel-
on new molds. You keep producing figures, repaints, resells, and then you
Yeah,
just change up the body a little bit. Oh, this one has drop joints.
yeah,
That's all they're
Well,
gonna
This
do
is
for the next 10
pinless.
years.
that's how I feel about Marvel Legends. Like, if I
yeah,
buy a Cyclops and I buy like a Black Widow, I still feel like I'm buying the same damn figure. If that makes any
yep.
Yep.
sense. Like, they're different characters, but I feel it's the same figure for
It
some
is.
You
reason.
hit the
Man.
I
nail
have
on the
no
head.
idea. It's like it feels the exact same, even though they're totally different. It's super weird. So,
It's those half measures, man. They can do it like that
Hmm.
because
So
but
they've
at
gotten
the
away
same
with it.
time, it's like they got you in a rock between a hard place because it's
Hmm.
like that's where you get that particular character from. Because until everyone's making them, and it's like if I could
yeah.
only collect Moth-X, Marvel or DC, that's all I would do. But it's getting the releases is like atrocious. It's like you might be waiting. Like I saw the promos for Nightcrawler and Beast from Moth-X, right?
Yeah.
When are those coming out? 2032? It's like
Right.
Right? I
just
mean,
don't
I'd jump
know.
on the Nightcrawler for
Hmm.
sure.
You just don't know. So it's like that's the bet. And so it's kind of like Marvel Legends, Hasbro. That's like they're like McDonald's, right? They just pump them out.
Yeah.
It's easy to get them. But what makes it bad is that you're getting it's McDonald's with I don't know. Let me think of an expensive restaurant price. It's like McDonald's with the price is high. And it's like, dude, this is still
It's
McDonald's,
like that's like Popeyes, bro. Popeyes is fucking expensive as shit for no
dude.
fucking
For
reason.
real.
Yeah,
Three-piece tenders is $18 over there,
right,
bro.
right. It's just
Oh
Popeye.
hell no, dude! Just go
I'm
to
like,
churches,
bro,
dude.
Yeah,
Churches,
churches
churches,
exactly
churches,
way better.
straight up. It's just
Churches
churches.
way
we
better.
don't have that in New York. Well, we don't
Oh,
have
you're
that where I'm
right. You
at.
You got a Jolly Bee there at all?
No.
You don't
Damn,
Jolly?
that shit's good
Damn, I'm
too.
surprised.
No, we
Jolly
don't
Bee.
have Jollibee.
Jollibee's is amazing though. I've had Jollibee's.
Yeah, Jollibee's good. Oh, and Raven's right. Or build a figure sets that then they just re-release the fucking thing later by itself.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
that's pissed me off so much lately. I want that
right?
Nemesis one, and I'm working on it. And I'm like, what a pain in the butt this is to find. Because I
But
like to
they're
go out in the
smart.
wild and find it. So
Yep.
They're smart. That's another thing they're gonna do now. Like they're gonna do build a fig waves where the build a fig is a must figure that people want the most, just to make people buy the entire wave.
Yes.
Yep.
right,
Knowing that they're gonna re-release it like a year and a half.
Yeah, in a different color scheme,
Yep.
cell
yep,
shaded.
yep.
Now
I guess I'm one of those suckers this time. So I was like, that thing looks so cool. I don't even want these figures. I just want this one. And I have 3 figures I just really could care less about having. Like I'll keep the Cyclops because I don't have the Cyclops, but like
right.
Husk, I'm like, who is this? Looked her up. I'm like, nothing notable about the character. I was like, whatever. And the Nightcrawler, I'm like, that's cool, you know.
Exactly.
But it's like, man, I just want that thing by itself. And then my friend's like, you can buy it off eBay. And I'm like, no, I'll just collect it myself.
Scalpers are smart with that shit too. They'll
Yep.
buy the entire wave, then sell the figures for like $15.
Yes.
And then sell the build a fig for like $150. And people like, well,
Yeah.
how much I spend on the figs. It's just the build a fig.
Exactly.
And they make all the money.
One of the homies, Catalyst, brought this up, and I think he was right about it. It appears like Walmart's not selling any Marvel Legends anymore.
Nah,
okay. My 3 Walmarts here don't ever stock any Marvel Legends anymore.
Wow.
And if I go to Target, and it's been a year, if I go to Target, it's the same Iron Man over and over and over again, and then the same Iron Man or the same Spider-Man from that same like line, I guess, like the
That's what my
MCU
Target
versions.
has.
Yeah, and it's never changed. The other day it had the Captain America, but I was like, I want classics Captain America. That's what I'm looking for. But
yeah,
you know, if I see it in the wild or at a toy con, I'll grab it. But I'm not gonna order it. But it's just crazy because they never restock that stuff.
Yeah. No, Junk. Well, you're right, because the Targets, I've noticed the Targets around me, they're only carrying that like re-release in that box, you know, like you're talking about. That's all the Spider-Man. They had Captain. I think a while back they had Thor and Black Widow or whatever, but that's all they're carrying. They're not getting any new wave.
Do you think Hasbro's like creating its own scarcity in a way? I mean, since they had like some poor investor thing I was reading about a couple months ago where they didn't make money the way they should have because something they did wrong.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, real quick, I have a thought. Only because I seen it on Mattel. So, again, I'm a big wrestling person. I buy a lot of wrestling figures. So, Target has the WWE Legends line as their exclusive, right? Walmart has the Monday Night Wars line as their exclusive.
Okay.
I would say the Legends are a lot easier to find in Target because they get a lot of quantity in stock. The Monday Night Wars line is very hard to find in Walmart's, right?
Wow.
So I feel like
Mattel,
Mattel did something smart recently where they said, fuck it being an exclusive, and now you can get those on our website instead. So like the people that find it in the stores, very lucky. I found maybe one entire Monday Night Wars wave, and that was probably like 3 weeks ago, and I purchased the whole wave because it's like I've never seen a wave or even a figure pretty much in a Walmart. So now Mattel Creations took it upon themselves, which is very, very smart. Oh, I know you can't find the figures there. I'll raise the figure $3 more, $4 more here on my website, and now you can get it without the hassle of trying to find it.
Oh wow,
that is pretty smart.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, that's the.
Because a lot of people too nowadays rather just order online. Like I'm weird. I still like to go places and look for stuff.
Me too. When I can,
I still enjoy it.
Yeah, but that is actually smart because you're like knocking out that middleman too.
Yeah,
just like buy from me.
It's
difficult. Or whatever.
It's difficult to find wrestling figures in the wild. I mean, I barely go and to a Target and be like, wow, I found the wrestling fig. Like all my wrestling figs either come from Amazon, Ringside Collectibles, or literally lately Mattel Creations. because
Wow.
the exclusives that they have in stores that are harder to find are now much easier to find on their website.
Because they're on.
What they
Wow.
do though is if the figure releases on the first of the month, let's say April 1st in
Mhm.
stores, by May 15th, they're on their website. I could wait a
Yeah,
month and a
you
half
gotta
to
wait.
pay regular
Yeah.
price on your website, or even a
Okay,
$2 more. It's the same shit as if I look for it on eBay and it's $10 more because of a scalper.
that's
Mhm.
true.
Yeah.
Prime says, this is weird because he says, yeah, my Walmart just did a reset. There's no place for Legends or DC. That's interesting.
Whoa.
Huh.
Because
shit.
Catalyst.
Actually,
was
now that you
seeing
mention it, I don't
early.
recall seeing any of the McFarlane DC figures at mine ever.
I
I
never
haven't seen
see.
new ones either in recent. Like they
Unless it's some like Flash or something.
Yeah, it's just the
Sorry.
same old stock.
Sorry,
The
man, he's like,
only
come get it
figure-
on my website.
Buy my stinky feet.
Come to my website. McFarlane exclusive, shop exclusive, McFarlane feet exclusive.
The only
That's
new
funny.
stuff I've seen has been Star Wars Black Series. That's it.
Yeah,
They still get released at Target and Walmart, but
Yeah.
the other
Yeah,
stuff,
that's
no.
yeah.
Haven't seen new shit.
Actually, if I see that Vader again, I grab it because he looked like he had a cloth cape too. I walked past it and just went okay, but I could have
Which
sworn it
one?
was like the Black Series Vader. Like they had like
all the Vaders came with a cloth cape.
they did okay.
Yeah.
I don't own a Vader figure surprisingly, which is weird, but
Yeah, they all come
that's
with
what I
cloth
need to
cape.
get.
Pretty good.
Black Series, they really got a good Vader.
Yeah.
He's one figure that they make really good.
Okay, I have a few of them, and they're like, they're not the worst
Black
figures in the
Series,
world, but yeah, I'm just like I wouldn't want to. always find mine cheap or like at
There you
Ross,
go. Yeah.
but I would never pay full price for it.
Yeah.
Personally,
Black-
just because
Black
I like
Series
Star
is-
Wars, but it's just like I've never been a big Star Wars action figure guy. I mean, I'll collect micro machines and stuff of that stuff. But
There you go. You got to get Black Series if you just like a collector like me. That's the only reason why I have it. I don't have.
I have
I'm
a
not really necessarily 'cause-
Star Killer because I liked that game and someone hooked me up with
Right.
it. But
Hell
they're like,
yeah.
"Are you gonna open it?" I'm like, "No, you crazy? I'm not opening that." Like, no,
I'm
some
a
things
big
I won't
Star
open.
Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I stopped purchasing Black Series because I felt one, I didn't have a place to display them, and the guys know I have a shitload of Black Series figures. But also, I felt like they were just pumping figures just to pump figures, and I couldn't keep
Mhm.
up. It started becoming the
Yeah.
vintage collection almost.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. It's weird because, like I said, they're okay figures. Like, and it sucks because again, going back to Mofex or SHF, they release one every 3 years, but they're knocking out the park. It's like so. It's
Yeah.
so it's only it's like if you really want to have an extensive Star Wars collection, of course you got to get a Black Series. But if you just want a character, it's worth waiting to get that Mofex or SH because then you want to really. It's going to be
That's true.
the best you can get. So it all depends on your patience, I guess. When it comes to,
Is there an SH Darth Vader, like a newer one, or is there an old one?
Yes,
Because I saw them. I shot Tamashi's was like posting Star Wars figures. I just glazed
Yeah,
over
they came
it.
out with the Duel's End Vader. I think that's the newest one from the
Yeah, I
Baby
can't
show.
remember which one I got. He's right.
Oh, does he have like the whole busted up helmet too?
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah,
busted up helmet.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's the one I have. He's the best
I
figure I got.
want that one.
But Mofex is coming out, so I don't know if he's going to be better. The SH one I had is still the best.
How
SH
does
Darth Vader
how does the
build.
Mofex scale with the SH? Because I have a bunch of SHF Star
They
Wars, but I don't have
are-
any Mofex.
Mofex are a tiny smidge bigger,
Yeah.
Okay.
tiny bit bigger, like for the most part. Like the Luke, the Mofex Luke guy is the best Luke Skywalker I got, but he's a little bit bigger, but he still fits with Black Series. You can
Okay, cool.
And
You
of
can just
course,
put like a spacer on his boots, make him taller.
right?
Give it.
Get some claw plates and just glue it on there.
And then like the Boba Fett and Din Djarin, they're perfect scale. It's weird because Mofex does. It's like I don't know if they really know what scale they want to make because different figures kind of have a different scale to themselves. So, they're weird like that. Whereas SH tend to be, they all tend to actually be in line with each other. If you get,
Yeah.
you get SH Star Wars, they're all kind of in line.
But that's like the Marvel Legends too. They're all like the same size. You're like, oh hey.
Well, and the reason why
It's like she or he's not supposed to be that tall. Like
no,
what's going on here?
and the only reason I'm saying this is because I'm forewarning anybody. If do not get the newest SHF Anakin because he ain't the right size.
Yeah.
He's tiny. Like that's not. But the Moth-X one will be the right size. He'll actually be
Oh, okay.
the right scale he's supposed to be. It's weird like that. It's weird.
Well, I think I might have to purchase a figure before I go to bed because you guys tonight. Thanks.
Mystic Legions.
That means we
I actually snagged the SH Mash last night because it was on sale. So I was like, screw it.
Nice.
We should collab.
I don't.
I love that.
I'm
show.
down. Dude. Okay, so I never knew what it was until I was in that group chat, and I forget who it was, but they were just blowing up all these like Mashal pictures. Like, what is this? Looks like some Harry Potter stuff. And they're like, you don't know what this is? And I was like, all right, I feel dumb now. No, I don't. And they explained it, and I was like, my first initial response when I walked away from the conversation was like, that doesn't sound like anything I'd want to watch, right?
It is the best.
And I turned on by accident. And the theme song just nailed me. I was like, whoa, what is this? Dude, this is cool. And I was like, this is the funniest, greatest show I've ever seen in a long time. So yeah, I was a big fan right out the gate.
My wife, so me and my daughter watched the show. My daughter is a big anime fan. So me and her watched the show. And if you've seen the season, one of the things that Mashal loves to eat is cream puffs.
Cream puffs, yeah.
I made my wife make us cream puffs.
Oh,
that's cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
So when my wife made them, we were like, cream puff party. Cream puff party.
I'm seriously waiting for the next season so much. It's like, come on.
I think it's in June or July it'll air.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, this year? Cool.
Yeah.
So around the same time, the next season of Kaiju number 8, because I was reading that.
I have no idea. I can't wait, man. I'm ready. Guys, I've been trying to get Bliss to watch that. He's been trying to get me to watch MASH.
I'm telling you, if you
like even I was
Potter,
like, yeah, I don't even like Harry Potter that much, and it was fantastic. You should watch it.
If you like Harry Potter, this is definitely a show for you because it is literally a fucking parody of Harry Potter.
That's all it is, and it's hilarious. It's like over the top. It's almost like One Punch Man vibe kind of.
Oh shit.
Mash is just OP. He's not one of those OP characters like Goku, but it's like it works.
Like
it's funny.
I won't spoil the plot for you because I would like everybody to enjoy it. But I'll just say he does not have no magic at all. And he's in a school trying to be the best that he can at something, and I'm not gonna say what. And he gets a magic wand and everything, and it's just hilarious with what he does with it.
And like we start seeing his spells later on, it's funny. It's just like what? Because it's a good show.
I highly recommend it. If you're not into animes and you want to try anime, that is probably one of the funniest ones you can enter and enjoy. And it's still early. It's 2 seasons. Third season comes out this year. It is a fucking amazing show. I laughed so much with so many things in that show. And again, if you're a Harry Potter fan, it's a great parody to Harry Potter.
And I'm a Harry Potter fan.
It's just a good vibe.
Especially when he gets on the broom.
Yes, the whole test is great at the beginning right there. That whole part is great because it's just like...
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it. Yeah, you got to watch it.
These are the same reason why I've been trying to get him to watch Kaiju because he likes Godzilla and King Kong and all that. Man, you love Kaiju, man. That shit is dope.
I'm gonna start. All right, I'm gonna start.
Kaiju is good too and does have its lightheartedness, not totally super serious all the way through.
Oh no,
so it's got a good balance.
Funny as shit.
But the theme song will throw you off, because it's it's like you just like, huh?
You know what, Thor? So you know how Spy Family has a lot of humor.
Yeah,
never seen it.
Mashal has a lot more humor, and it just fits so perfect because it's almost a serious show, but it
Okay.
has so many stupid moments
All right. All
where
right.
you
Yes.
just can't
That,
help but laugh.
that's the best way to put it. It's like trying to take itself seriously while at the same time it's
Mhm.
not.
Yeah,
Okay.
In the
it's just
slightest.
hilarious.
Okay.
It's really
It's
fun.
it's a great plot. But again, if you've seen Harry Potter, you kind of see it
You kind
coming
of see
anyway.
something.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
All right.
exactly. Exactly.
Damn, man. All right. All
The
right.
whole when they make the where he slaps the mandrake or whatever,
Oh
the
my
big old
god.
plant that's
It's like instead of Mashal being the boy who lived, Mashal is the boy who beat up everybody.
yeah. Yes, it's like
Literally.
That's dope.
and he talks like
Oh yeah.
monotone, so he's like,
Yeah.
okay.
That's like when he says that's how he says cream puff party. When he eats the cream
Yeah.
puff, he goes, cream puff party. Cream
It's
puff
just he
party.
just like they make him come off as such a simpleton in a way where it's just like
Yeah.
Okay.
but he's not like dumb, but it's just kind of
Yeah.
like you guys just like super simple, so it's funny.
Yeah. But it's a
And
great show.
I love Spy Family, so if it's even half as funny as that, I'm in, man. I'm in.
It's hilarious. And like I
Spy
said,
Family got the gut.
it's literally a parody of Harry Potter in almost every way so far, and I'm pretty sure the third season is just gonna make it just as much.
Yeah, probably.
But it's crazy. Like when I first seen the show, I didn't even know it was a Harry Potter parody until I seen the cast, and I
Oh.
was like, "Why the fuck is
Hmm.
Hogwarts in here?"
Yeah. For me, it was the thing on his face. I was like, "What the hell?"
All the
Like the
lines we had
lines.
to draw
Yeah,
it.
I was like, "What is this? Is this like the anime of like Harry Potter?" And then I just ended up watching it after that group chat talk, and I was like, "That was probably like the most best accidental watch ever," because I
That's
watched it
dope.
all the way through.
That is
Yeah,
dope.
it's a great show. Great
Yeah.
show.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, when you get the figure, I'm definitely down to collab. Masher
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
is so great.
I just need to come up with
how
some
many,
like
how many of the characters you
background.
have, Blitz?
3 is Dot Barrett, Mash Bernadette, and I forgot the other
Lance.
fucking guy's name. Yeah,
Lance. Oh, there's
Lance with
also
the
the
blue
mini
hair.
figure arts. They have Lemon too. It's just the
Oh,
mini
that's
figure
good.
art. So.
But I heard they're gonna come out with the guy that I call Dumbledore because he's pretty much Dumbledore.
Oh, Wahlberg. Wahlberg.
Dumbledore.
That guy's so funny. It's exactly Dumbledore. It's
All right.
just,
All
I'm
right.
gonna watch that before bed. It's so good.
It's great.
Yeah.
Even the magic battles he has with people is just like how the fuck, bro. Like the way they came up with it is perfect. It's perfect.
And like that one part where I won't go to it, but he's like, when I say he says his spells, he's more like calling out a wrestling move kind of.
Yeah.
It's like it's so funny. So,
He uses his wand. He'll call out something, and then he'll do like a suplex.
yeah, he'll be like yeah, it's because he has yeah.
So
The more we talk about, it, the more we're gonna ruin it for you. So you
are
just
the figures are they fairly new, or are they they're going to continue the line?
I think Dot Barrett was the most recent one to come out. Mash
Okay.
came out last year.
Oh, okay, so they are new. So they're going to
yeah.
try to keep them going. That's dope.
They should. There's a whole bunch of characters that should have came out before even Lance or even Dot Barrett. So
Right.
yeah.
I know they announced that some more figures were gonna release. The guy that looks like Dumbledore, and then there was another one that they announced that, but they didn't show a render for it. And then there should be more coming on the way. There's so many
That's the one
characters.
thing.
It's great.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that kind of gets me with SH sometimes is because, like, for example, I love Hell's Paradise, but they've only got 3 of the figures, and it pisses me off. Like, where are the rest of them, man? Whereas, like, Spy Family, they've released a lot of the figures, man. Which
That's
is
like
dope. I love
They
it.
Demon
did that with
Slayer.
One Piece though too. Like One Piece only had like 3 figures. You're like, really?
Exactly. And it's like, dude,
like
come
it's
on.
One Piece. Like, come on, and now they're like, here's your Nami. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, we're
It's like,
Sanji and
hurry up,
Usopp.
dude.
So
And I know they got him. It's just like, come on, keep releasing.
That's like
fast, man.
Demon Slayer. They only have 3 SH figures out right now. Then they
What?
announced Ren Goku, and now all of a sudden they have 3 more figures coming out in
Yep.
July.
Okay, that's good. That's good. They're trying to catch
Ren
up.
Goku's in it. What is it, Zenitsu? And what is the name of that fucking demon? Finally, they're releasing a demon.
That's not about time.
Oh, was it the dude that heals himself?
Yeah, the one that killed Ren Goku.
I forget his name. I know who you're talking about though.
They're releasing him in July.
That's dope.
Okay.
That's good. Because again, they need to release. I mean, that's my biggest thing is like if
I'll be
you're
right
gonna
back,
start the
fellas.
line, okay,
For sure.
if you start the line, keep us going with it. Don't like leave us and don't get me started on One Piece, man. That's my favorite anime, but they're jumping all the fuck around with the figure releases. It's like
Oh
give
yeah,
me
like they
Wano, give
just
me
sewed Jewelry Bonnie or whatever. And I was
yeah,
like,
it's
that's
like give me a
cool, but
Wano, then you're gonna give me an egghead, then you're gonna give me a romance down. Like just finish one fucking story off.
yeah, we don't have a Garp. We don't have
Yeah,
any of these people that are
dude,
important. You know,
we don't have Usopp.
I want a Bon Clay.
Oh, that'd be dope. We don't have Usopp. We don't have a romance Don Sanji. We don't have
Nope. They have the.
no.
They built
they don't have
them.
a Frankie, man. What the fuck, dude? Come, come on, dude.
The only way you can get those figures, like my Sanji, I have the SH from like the Radon. I forget the word.
Yeah, the raid
And
on.
so the one, where he has the red suit, but I
the
wanted
Wano
OG
art.
some.
Yeah, you got the Wano.
Right.
But
I had to get at the Anime Heroes line of that Sanji, and it's not like same thing with my Usopp. They're both the Anime Heroes line, and so they're not the same quality, but they're really good figures for what they are. I mean, pay
They
$20.
are.
It's like the only problem is every single one of these Anime Heroes I have. Oh, that's another way to get an easy chopper. Is the right hand never stays on any of them for some reason.
No.
They all just go.
That's how I got Chopper and Frankie. Is I have
Yep.
the Anime Hero ones because they ain't got nothing else yet.
Are you gonna get Brooke or whatever?
I
That's
forgot.
on
I
the
haven't
wall.
even picked up Brooke yet, but I need to go
Yeah.
pick them up because they got
Looks
nothing else yet.
decent.
It's like lame, man. Come on, guys. Like and I.
But
I
Bandai does that though. They like slow drip shit to you. So
yeah, but it's like you. It's weird because you're gonna give me like 15 Daima figures out the gate, and Daima don't make no damn sense. Like, I guess because it's Dragon Ball.
Diamond definitely. Oh, we can't go back into Diamond. Diamond's a. Oh,
Daima, it hurts.
so I might be the odd man out. I actually really enjoyed Diamond, and I'll say it like this: I don't give a shit what anyone says. I got new Dragon Ball at 2025, so y'all kiss my butt.
But
I don't care if it's canon or not.
Junkwood.
So,
Hear me out. I told Blitz it. The animation is some of the dopest. It's so good. The way it looks so good. It breaks my brain. The story. That's the only problem I got with it. The story broke my brain.
okay, so I look at like this being like an original Dragon Ball fan. It is not meant to be anything like Z was. Like that's the problem with like things too. Is like when you watch Z as like, for example, if you're a Dragon Ball fan and you came into it just only seeing Z, you expect this like really deep seriousness. You watch the original Dragon Ball, it was just
shit.
It's potty humor along with seriousness.
Yeah.
But Z stepped it up, and then Super was like a bit of a step back towards the goofiness of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Plus, I feel like they suffered from like an animation schedule because sometimes the drawing looked just horrendous. You're like,
man, Super had some bad episodes in the beginning.
And but Diamond to me was just kind of like I could go bitch about it all day long. Like, how does this make sense in the canon? Like SSJ4, like you didn't have it in Super, so explain that to me. Did it only happen in the Demon World? Like what are we doing here? You know, so. But
if they would have said that in the Demon World that he cannot go the level after, I would have been perfectly fine with the ending.
Well, you're welcome for that theory that I threw out there because I was like big point too. I was like, okay, so how are we going to retcon this for Super? And I know the manga isn't ever mentioned this form, you know, so it's like, and it's already done the Granola and the Moro arc, I think. I don't even know where they're at in it. So like that's like a form that's never brought up in all these years that have happened in the actual Dragon Ball universe. Nope. So it's like you probably have to either retcon something or just make it only exist. Like he was only able to do it in that show at that point when the Namekian, I forget his name, kind of unlocked it in him a little bit, you know.
Okay.
As where like Vegeta does Super Saiyan 3, but at least in Super he had already said that form's stupid and a waste of energy. So you can understand why he'd never used it again. But it was funny when he was like Ultra Vegeta 1 or whatever. It was pretty funny.
So so now you're giving me a slightly different perspective. Maybe I need to look at Daima sort of like the OG Broly movies. They were just movies.
It's its own thing. Just think of it. Yeah, just think of it like a story to get kids interested in Dragon Ball in 2025. That's kind of how I looked at it.
I guess you have
like, whereas you and I probably have like this deep feeling for continuity existing with Dragon Ball Z as like the base, because I mean Dragon Ball into Dragon Ball Z makes a lot of sense. Like it makes a lot of sense. But going from Z to Super, for me, I was like, now we're just going over the top, over the top, over the top. Like,
Yeah.
how many transformations are you going to have within this much time?
That's true.
And then did the same thing in Daima. So Daima's thing is, to me, is just fan service. Like, everybody wants, Super Saiyan 4 to be canon. Apparently it is now,
I guess.
It looked incredible too, but now Vegeta did Super Saiyan 3. Like, all these things fans have been clamoring for years. Toriyama being involved in the project probably just said, like, just let him have it. Just give it to him.
I think that's where it came from, because it's like,
so,
and I gotta look at it with that perspective, because like I said, the animation, I loved the animation was top tier, dude. The shit was dope.
Yeah.
It was.
But they also had the sorry to interrupt you. Going back to what you were saying about Dragon Ball, like the joke when he was like, basically he says, "I gotta take a dump." Why they're that. So I was like, okay, so this is like Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, because even the boss, like Goma, is like, this feels like Emperor Pilaf kind of enemy,
feel like
so.
It was,
and that's where I was like, all right, this is just kind of like, let's go back to Dragon Ball, where it's more kung fu and less fireballs.
But that kind of also broke my brain to some degree. And like I said, I'm overthinking it. Is because even like going back to that, like when they got shrunk to kids with the wish, they still were adults. But there were a lot of times in Daima that Goku literally, I know she came back to voice it, but he literally acted like he was in Dragon Ball. Like it's like, dude, wait, you're adult, right? You're still an adult.
Yeah. and what's funny too is, like, I guess in Japan they made up an accent for Goku, so like how she sounds isn't how anyone really sounds in real life. So it's like he's some like supposed to be, like, for lack of a better term, I guess, a Japanese like buffoon, like redneckish kind of character. So it's neat because it's neat. I haven't watched it. I watched 2 episodes in English with the original Kid Goku voice actor and Gohan's original voice actor, and obviously she sounds older. So, but it was nice to hear that. It was like really cool because it was like, dude, I remember that from when I was really much younger. So
I know
that's pretty cool.
I mean, but it was it again, like I said, I guess I got to just look at it that
I walked away and I heard that how many transformations we're gonna get. We're gonna get all the way to Super Saiyan 10. It's gonna be Super Saiyan X, and that's gonna be the final form.
Damn.
It wouldn't be, after that, they wouldn't even call it Super Saiyan anymore. They'll call it something else.
They're gonna dedicate three full episodes just into transformations. This is what I call a Super Saiyan.
Oh, it's just one hair is gonna twitch across 3 episodes as it slightly changes color.
Like by the time we get to Form 10, it'll be like, what color will it be? Like
it'll be orange.
Oh yeah, it'll just be it'll match his gi. Yeah.
They'll all swap color palettes. Like, what is Vegeta, like purple for his Ultra Ego or something? Yeah. And orange Piccolo. Yeah. Then they all swap color palettes. Like, it's like orange Goku. He's like, I was already orange with this gi. It's like, oh, shut up, we're running out of ideas.
Blue Piccolo. That'll be his final form.
This is Super Saiyan 10
Blue Piccolo. Jiren fusion with Goku. That's Goku will be all bald and shit with some crazy big eyes.
No, he'll look like Hellboy. He'll have like hair on his top of his head will be bald.
That'd be funny if you get fused with the other characters. Go Jiren, yeah.
He said so they're gonna look like strobing club lights in a fight.
That's okay. So that's something that I will say about newer Dragon Ball shows and movies is when they start doing all the the crazy super dimensional rainbow flashy. I'm like, bro, could we just have a regular the screen turns white? We know they're got blown up. Why are we going through these crazy get it? The animator wants to do cool shapes and stuff with the background, but what's going on here?
Wait says blue
Piccolo is wild.
Wow.
I wish I had a Piccolo figure. I could go spray paint
them blue.
This kind of detail. I'll be like, all right, we could, with the one pattern, it'll be neon pink or something. Give it that 90s.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Neon vibe or whatever.
Are you getting nailed?
I am.
Okay, I want him, but I'm not paying that for that.
How much is now?
$80.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
He's still
It's
taller
cheap.
than the
Hey,
Daima
it's cheaper
figures.
than I would say. It's cheaper than the diamond figures.
This is true, and they're like this big.
Yeah, like I mean, here's the Piccolo, $60. Like
Yeah, I have them too. Like,
I caved, I'd say my favorite one out of them all though is the Vegeta because he's so
yes, that
beefy. Just
Vegeta's awesome.
it's
I gotta take
perfect.
more pictures of him. That Vegeta.
I had to stop taking pictures of him because I noticed I was like posting him a while. I was like, all right, I gotta stop that, change it up. So I had someone say like, oh, I don't really like that your content's not Gunpla anymore. I'm like, see ya. Like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, been building these things for like 3 years straight. I'm like hard. Like I need a break. I want to do other things. So.
There you go. That's the way it goes. Man. No, but I mean, again, I just wish that they would SH would release more figures of some of the other properties. And I'd love that. That'd be good.
Yeah.
I agree, and I think they wish they would do what they started to do. I mean, because I haven't seen it in a while, but there was a time like it was like last year and the year before. I'd walk into a Target and just see the $35 range SHs, like all different ones. Like that's where I snagged my Luffy, my Sanji, and my fourth form Frieza, and I'm like, why aren't you guys doing that anymore? Like that's a good way to get it out there to like regular people,
And I noticed that when they were doing that, they tend to restock, like they were selling them. So I don't know why they did, because that's how I got two Naruto's that way. I got them. They were like the 30 at Target, just $35.
I want that ramen set really bad, but
I
don't know what I do with
this. Me too. Wait, not the ramen set. Which one
the
you talking
one
about? The
ramen shop.
Naruto?
Yeah, the ramen. Yeah, Naruto one. But here's my thing. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not yucking anyone's yet. I've just never gotten a Naruto, so I wouldn't know what to do with those faceplates. So.
I just want the
got
set
them.
for Goku.
I haven't figured out when I'm gonna shoot it. Because I realized that Bell Workshop they released the sushi guy.
Huh.
They actually had, he got sold out, but he's
oh, it's like, damn, what?
It's like, but I got to put the set together eventually. But it's like, I'm thinking like, is it blasphemous if I don't use it for Naruto?
No, because I have the Goku one, the table with all the food. I use that for everything.
That's true. You're right.
I have no problem crossing the stream, so to speak, with figures. I'm like, if I want Cyclops to like get kicked in the ass by Superman, it's gonna happen. Like, I have zero care. So
I want to do like Dragon Ball abridged photos.
Yes,
that's what
I am.
That'd be sick.
Let's do that. I'm so down to do that. That actually sounds fun.
I was watching a bridge earlier. And I just love the one with Cooler and Goku and Vegeta fighting. Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Yeah.
I got an idea, Vegeta. If you say hit him really hard, I'm going to kill you. But if we hit him really, really hard, the hell with it.
Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah.
I love Dragon Ball Abridged.
I've never really watched it, but everyone tells me I should.
You gotta watch it. I'm actually gonna watch it again. And
oh my god! The best part was when he fused with Kami. He goes, "What the fuck's a Kami?"
Yeah, okay, I've seen that one. What
the fuck is
Kami? I'm still here. He goes, "You really believe your own hype? I am the hype."
No, he's absolutely right. He had no chill for Trunks, man, in the bridge, dude. That shit was
no chill for Trunks.
When Trunks died, he goes, "My baby boy."
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh man. Yeah, I gotta watch it.
What the fuck's a marriage?
Yeah, that's right.
When two people fall in love.
Oh
my god.
They should do more of those. That'd be dope.
Yeah. The last one they did was the Boo Saga, and it wasn't that funny. It was funny, but it wasn't as great as the Cell Saga and the Ember Saga. That shit was amazing.
Definitely was not.
And that's how I feel about actual Dragon Ball 2. Is after Cell Saga, I'm like, I was not a big fan of Majin Buu at all. I was like, maybe it was the voice acting in English, but I was like, this is just not something I'll watch.
Even the abridged for Broly, that shit was hilarious too.
Yes.
Monkey, monkey. Is something wrong with you?
No, they did the movie, the Broly movie,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll have to find that and watch it.
Like we know Goku's not the smartest in the real Dragon Ball, but they made him a real fucking moron
Oh, they totally
in
did.
Abridged, and it just worked.
I mean, it's
That's
so funny because it actually gave credence to Vegeta, everything that Vegeta. Yeah, the bridge actually made sense to him calling him a moron.
Yeah, it was
Really
great.
did.
I love Abridged.
Nah, man.
Good times, good times.
That just gives me an idea for another animation. I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow after work.
There you go.
I'm gonna
Oh,
do
yeah.
Vegeta getting
I-
kicked in the dick tomorrow now.
I'm gonna have Vegeta and Goku playing cards, and it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be just really simple, but it's gonna be just dumb dialogue.
dope.
I'll spill the beans right now. I'll have Vegeta throw down the cards and be like, "Ha, full house, Kakarot," and then Kakarot or Goku goes, "Go fish," and he's like, "We're not even playing that game," and he goes, "Uno," and he's holding me one card randomly, and he's like, "Do you even know what that means?" And he's just gonna be like, "Yeah, one," and then it's gonna go to my extra, and he's gonna be like, "Well, at least you can count," and that's kind of what I was
Vegeta,
thinking in my head right
Vegeta
now.
will be like, Vegeta will be like, "You clown Kakarot," and then Goku will be like, "Reverse card.
Yeah, reverse Uno,
Reverse.
card.
Who's the clown now?"
But I thought that would be,
jackass?
I thought it'd be funny because have him like hold a bunch of cards, and he goes, "Go
Yeah.
fish." He's like, slams his hand, and he's like, "We're not even playing that game," and then he just has one card all of a sudden. He's like, "Uno," and he's just like, "What?" So
That'd be good.
I don't know, I like those weird gags. So
So what do you think comprises the most of your collection? Is it not saying Gunpla, like other stuff that you started.
oh,
now
not
that you
non-gun plus
yeah,
stuff.
that you started dabbling in all kinds of stuff. You said since the pandemic. What do you think? Is it SH or
If it's just action figures, yeah, I have mostly SH figure arts.
okay?
I really just like the quality and the feel.
Yeah.
I have some hookers, so to speak, where you're just like, oh man. But I mean, luckily they were the cheaper end ones, you know. So like I got the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, like the basic one, not the one with the nice translucent hair.
With the nice
And I paid $20 because I got a deal on it with a coupon, and
oh, dope.
I'm glad I only paid that much for it because it's not the worst figure in the world, but it's not the best figure in the world, at least the one I got. And then I have like, what's a good example of one that was like expensive but terrible? Can't really think off the top of my head, but my Super Saiyan Trunks, the one where he has the longer hair with the Saiyan armor. Great figure for all the joints are just nice and solid, but there's so many like blemishes. Like it looks like someone just clipped the plastic off with like a nipper that you would use for gunplay, and it's like all over it. It's so hard to escape. Same thing with my Super Saiyan Vegeta too.
Really?
But then like my Goku Black is the same price range, and that's a great figure. It's so good. So, but yeah, most of my figures are SH, and then the rest are secondary would be.
Have you dabbled into like a Demonic Fit and some of the other people who do like
I have the Beast Deities, and can't recommend them enough. Like
really, what they're that good?
If you want to give me a second, I'll just grab it so you can see it. It's really cool.
Do it. I've heard good shit, but I've not actually.
Well, I've seen great reviews.
This thing is. First of all, his hair is so pokey that.
Holy shit!
Oh shit!
Look at that mofo.
And there's 3 versions of this. I just grabbed this one because I like a deal, so it was on sale, and I didn't want a Goku Black version, which I regret because.
Oh man!
But tons of faceplates, has like no shit, like 16 different hands.
Wow.
Has the cross versions too.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Nice.
And they come. This one can come in this color white, and then I think the pink one I was telling you about. But this has similar joints to whatever it's all solid and tight. It was really worth the money. It came in 3 different boxes, so you didn't get busted for IP infringement. But
really,
yeah, the only issue is hair's heavy. Yeah, so
that would be.
But I mean, you can check out in here with the shoulder joints. I don't know. My camera's now.
Oh, that's dope.
It's just it was like one of those shots in the dark, and I was like, oh my god, this is such a good figure. So definitely suggest it. It'll give NSH a run for its money. Like I would never buy the SSJ3 Goku now, just because. Like
okay.
I don't want it. I'd rather have this. So
it's dope, dude.
But there's other ones too. I don't know if Kong's the same company, but they have someone did a Broly just recently. BCD Broly.
I thought I saw like a screenshot of somebody.
And that's when SH was like, we're re-releasing our Broly for the 40th anniversary, and they were getting clowned on. People were like, oh yeah, just because BCDs or whoever just released theirs is which blows yours out of the water. So, and it's huge, dude. I was like, damn it, wish I would have bought it, but yeah, the Jade Rabbit, which is the Vegeta, I hear good things about too, and it looks incredible. So definitely, if you, I think 5K Toys sometimes has sales. I'd grab one.
That's where I've seen. Yeah. It's like I just never known anyone that had it in hand to like show it to
say hi.
I'm surprised mine hasn't come over here to be a tester. He was all over the table and knocking the camera over before he started. And I was like, oh my god, is this going to be a thing? I even messaged Flitz. I was like, my cat might make an appearance.
This one rolls over like a fucking dog and wants me to rub her belly.
That's how mine is. He'll be like, I'm like surprised. Usually you would just see his tail like right here, like pet. he comes up and like wants to headbutt, and he's a cool cat. But sometimes it's like, bro, just back up. But I honestly, getting back to the BSTDs, if you like Dragon Ball figures, I'd give them a shot, dude. Okay. I should probably post some pictures more so you guys can see it.
Oh yeah, that'd be dope.
Hell yeah.
I've been slacking.
And they're pretty. I mean, I know what 5K because I've got a lot. They're like, what is it, like first payment, then second you do your pre-order, then second.
No, yeah, with pre-orders, yeah.
Or not, right?
But mine was just a flat fee out the gate because it's already in stock. So
that's nice. Yeah. They're really good. But like 5K, you can find some really cool stuff.
And I don't like to like gatekeep information, but you can find a lot of cool stuff on AliExpress. So
yeah,
well,
like all my accessories for action figures usually come
this guy right here down there.
Papa Verde.
Yeah, Papa Verde.
Have you seen the one with it's got like the clip that goes on the body and it has like the blood splatter effects you're getting shot at, and it comes with two guns, and like that thing looks cool for $20. Dude, I'm picking that up soon. It looks really good.
Dude, I've been looking at all like the clothing and stuff.
That's where I buy mine too. You get some deals sometimes. Like they have like a thing where it's like Temu, but Temu sucks, but. It'll be like they call it Dollar Express thing, and you can buy like 20 things for $20, and it's a bunch of action figure shit. Yeah, dude, I was like, score! I got little plastic water bottles, like for scale, so I could, all sorts of little weird things like that for like, just change. Yeah, they're all put away. I'd get them out and shit.
I'm kind of couple things there. Mainly because of what's his name? Is it Nostalgia Unboxing or whatever? His name?
Johnny.
He usually, like a lot of my wafu characters, if they don't have it on 5K, then I always jump over to Ali and they'll have it. And
there's a figure on 5K that was on sale. It's called Crazy Girl. She's like partial rubber.
Yes, she's awesome. They're awesome.
Super posable. I was like,
matter of fact,
what? Like what? Or like, I mean, it just like the posing is incredible. Like it felt more in tune to what you could do with an actual body. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're really awesome, dude. Here, I'll show you.
I've seen people like taking the heads off of them and putting SH characters.
I put a different head on mine, and she's cool.
Yep, yeah, that figure is a dope figure.
She's awesome.
Nice.
She pulls up. You do all kind of stuff, dude. Like her articulation is crazy, dude. Check that.
Damn.
This is gonna sound weird. When you flip the legs up high, does yours ass roll up? Because it's the rubber.
No, it's
I don't know how to explain that. Sorry. But mine, like, if you move her leg, like, the plastic rubber on, like, the body part just, like, rolls up so you can see it through the clothing. You're like, yeah.
Man, she's solid, man. These are like, and I don't even know where I got this head sculpt from. I can't remember which figure it came from, but the skin tone was like perfect.
Wait, pull it up again. Is that the April O'Neil from the Turtle Rangers?
Oh, it is, isn't it? From
I think that's what it is.
It is her. Oh shit! It works perfectly. Because
Cool.
I didn't want to. I wasn't gonna paint the other head that came with it. So I'm not gonna. It's like I need a head to go with this figure. So, but she's cool. She's really cool.
Yeah, that was a good find. I only paid like $28, I think.
Yes,
so
yeah, that's how
nice.
pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Very, very well made figure for the price.
Yeah.
So. Also, another cool figures of those Jada Toys Mega Man figures are pretty cool too.
Jada's killing the game, man.
Oh yeah, totally.
And what they make and what they do, they're killing the game. I think they were interviewing June, and he was talking about once they finish up with the Street Fighter, what they're gonna do next. Because I forget what he said. What they're doing. They're gonna start.
I can't wait for the next wave of Street Fighter. Blanca.
I had the Ken, but sold it because my homie wanted it like really bad. So it's like, all right. So, he's like, "Oh, how much?" I was like, "I'm just telling you what I bought it for, dude." Like, I'm not gonna try to make money off that for you. Like, but he was like stoked because he's still looking for like the red Chun-Li and stuff like that. So I'm always keeping an eye out. So
Amazon has it all.
Yes,
but he's that, like you were saying earlier, he's the kind of guy he just collects nothing but Marvel Legends. Like, but he's like getting particular now because he has so many of them. So he's like, I don't want that or I don't want this. But you go to his pad and it's just like over 600 Marvel Legends from like going back for how.
That's where I'm at for whatever reason. But it's like they were kind of the first things I got into when I started, because for a while I just got the 3 3/4, and then I was like, I got to graduate, and I started getting the 6 inch. But, and
for me, with action figures, it was like the posability thing more or less. That's what drew me to like SH for some reason.
Yeah.
And then
that started like right after I started doing Marvel, then I started doing Dragon Ball. So it was like that was really, for the longest, that was what was going on. And then I think I had a handful of Black Series, but it wasn't really until like Tuscan Trader and Blitz, they kind of started me down the path of getting more and more Black Series. I had just a handful. I don't have too many of them.
That's crazy though. Like, your guys' collection compared to mine is like astronomically larger. Like, all my stuff is in like totes, and I think I have a lot, and then it's like really just I haven't scratched the surface because there's like you guys were talking about, there's Mezco and like so like that Dr. Doom looks dope that they made. I don't even know if I could find that anymore. But
it's still a decent price on eBay. It's not that crazy.
Okay. Is he worth it though?
Oh hell yeah! He's metal.
Okay.
He's die-cast metal.
It's a metal figure.
Is he really?
Yeah. He's die-cast.
Oh shit! Okay, for sure. eBay.
Mezco. I'm trying to remember. Was it? I don't even remember who kind of started us down that path.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Because
I had one Mezco for like 2 years.
Really we're like, Mezco, and then all of a sudden it's like Mezco's not. I think we all kind of simultaneously bought the Crow, and then from there it was over.
Yeah, you know what's something weird? I've never seen that movie.
What?
Never watched The Crow. Yeah, never. I don't know why. It came out when I was in high school too. I just never saw it. One of my closest friends to this day, he was just like, he loves The Crow. He's always talking about it. And I just now recently told him too. I was like, I've never seen that. He's like, so I've been talking to you for 20 plus years about The Crow. I was like,
it's a good movie. The originals are really good.
It's amazing. It's like such a good film.
I see cool pictures of it. So
again, Mezco too. They kind of they drive me nuts sometimes too, because it's like give me just a couple more figures from the movie would be great. Like anything, shit.
Are they an American company or like one from overseas?
You know,
Mezco is
Yeah.
if here in the States.
oh, they
Oh,
are?
that's cool. All right.
Oh yeah, they're in
That's dope.
California. Duh. But they're weird how they're selective with what they make, and it's just kind of like sometimes they'll go on a run and they'll just start making every figure that's
Wade Create said you gotta watch The Crow.
Yeah, you gotta watch.
I will. Does anyone know where I can stream it at?
Probably on YouTube for free too. You can
Yeah,
probably
That's
watch
true.
the
I never
entire
thought
movie.
about that.
Yeah,
YouTube, Tubi.
it might be on a couple.
Tubi,
places.
honestly, Tubi has some thingers. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Dude, my bad.
Tubi is amazing.
No.
Yes.
I was gonna say it might be on a couple places just because that atrocious new one came out. Usually, whenever a new one comes out, they make the other shit.
Yeah,
No,
they put the
that-
old on the TV.
Okay, I'll
couldn't
check
watch
that then. That's where I watch Super Sentai, so I'm sure it's on there maybe.
There you
Yes.
go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
If anybody wants to watch like the legit Power Rangers, watch Super Sentai.
Oh yeah,
So,
that's
Oh, I was watching Jew Ranger the other day.
really dope. Hmm.
They got all of them.
I wish I had more time to watch more stuff, but I don't.
Hmm. I get
It's
in
real
what I
difficult.
can get. I just started Devil May Cry. I think I got 2 episodes in.
Is that on the Netflix one
Mhm.
or whatever?
So I want
That's
to watch it. I just don't have fucking time. But what I'm gonna try to do is tomorrow I'll probably start Kaiju number 8, right?
Yes.
And then Tuesday while I'm at work, I'll probably watch their Devil May Cry.
There you go. Hmm. Speaking of which, I will give SH props for this. They have been very consistent with Kaiju number 8 releases.
Yes.
I appreciate them on that one, man. Now we got our boy Kafla's coming out finally, which I don't know why they waited this long, but he's out, so that's gonna be dope. I can't wait for him. But they've been really good with releasing the characters, like not holding.
Yeah, they were quick about that one. Even Kaiju number, was it 9? The other
Yeah.
one? Yeah, they were like quick about getting him out too. And
But
he didn't even have much of a role in the never mind.
But you know what? But you know what's funny about that, Jinkla, is that they're almost the exact same body mold. So I think that's why it made it so easy for them.
That's true, because I imagine that the blonde-haired girl, the captain, and the white-haired cat, I forget their names, Red or whatever, like they all share a similar like body mold.
They're
Basically,
almost the exact same.
they're
thing.
tinier people.
Yeah, they're just scaled down or scaled up. It's like that's easy.
Yeah.
So they kind of did it
Is
like it's like releasing a dozen Gokus. Like how hard is it? You already got the body mold.
Right. I'm weird. I'm like a sucker for collecting Gokus, so I have a bunch of them, and it's seriously they're all the same thing.
Right.
The heads are just slightly different. Like I'd say the one that has like a nice like body feel, like in terms of joints, is the Super Saiyan God one, but the head sculpt is just kind of to me on it.
I know.
So
I agree.
that is a third party that has like a they made it look better with the red hair and everything. So.
I want them. I do really want them to just release like a what? I guess it would be. Would it be a 2.0 or a 3.0 body?
A 3.0 body now.
Yeah, they need to release just like a quintessential Goku.
I heard that they're doing something with the legendary Super Saiyan, the one where he's all tore up in that body or whatever, and that comes with the Kamehameha charge up. Well, they're gonna re-release that, but take away the extra parts and make it not that cheaper. It's like, what are you guys doing?
What?
Yeah, that's just hearsay between me and some groups of people. So, like, I was told by someone who supposedly knows that Dragon Ball Super is actually back on the drawing board for coming back as an anime. So,
oh, they're actually gonna, because I've heard rumors.
Yeah.
I know,
like, they're actually storyboarding it for actually getting it back on.
it's about damn time, man.
But even at this rate, we wouldn't see it till like 2027 maybe.
Right.
I prefer them to take their time because I mean, Super just looked rough in spots. So.
Oh man, that first arc was like somebody was drawn with Crayolas or something. I don't know what the hell they were doing. It was horrible.
Yeah, and that's the show they made Goku seem like he was the bad guy because everyone was pissed at him for the whole tournament. And he's just like, I just want to fight you guys. They're like, yeah, but we're all going to die, dude. Like, you don't get it.
The Tournament of Power would have been a great version if it wasn't abridged.
Oh man,
Oh yeah,
they did a bridge tournament time. There's so
That
much
would be
shit
dope.
they could do in that because it was
they could have so
already
much
made.
fun.
They
Yeah.
could do a bunch of shit with that. Man, yeah, they could do a lot with that. But yeah, like I said, SH is like I love them, but yeah, they sometimes their choices are really weird. They get better.
Or like when they come out with a figure that's like it's got a new gimmick, so to speak, and it just doesn't work right, and it's like loose and flimsy, you know, feeling like that's what I hate about SHs when they get like that.
Yeah.
Like my Captain Ginyu has a lot of like issues like that. Like he's a
Really?
cool figure, but I mean he's a lot of issues. Like the armor is just
He also feels real cheap in plastic.
Really?
for how big he does.
Yeah. He feels hollow. Like I have
Yep.
Broly from
Yeah.
the movie, and I have Ginyu, and like if you hold them together, Broly's so much like heavier.
Nice.
Yeah.
And like Ginyu, like he said, the armor comes off.
Oh damn.
It just feels so hollow.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's not
And I'm
good.
wondering if that problem persists on like say Nappa and Raditz because they have the same
No.
similar. No.
No.
Okay.
I don't have Raditz. I have Nappa, and Nappa's pretty decent, and he's also heavy.
Okay.
Okay, because he looks like a pretty solid piece of plastic too. So
Yeah.
Interesting that there's a difference in quality of
Oh yeah, but that Ginyu is like not a newer one, so to speak. So because that's like when they
it's
still
old.
were releasing them with an actual Dragon Ball. Now they don't have Dragon Balls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the Dragon Ball, like Kid Goku, Master Roshi launch, Bulma, they all come with like a small Earth Dragon Ball, and then the Ginyu Force, and I forget what Krillin and Gohan in the
And
same
Frieza.
armor from them, and Frieza.
The new Frieza that came out that was
Oh,
at
that's right, it
Target,
did.
It came with a Dragon Ball.
That's right. So those come with the Namekian Dragon Balls, but the newer line they don't do that anymore, which kind of sucks. Because you're like, I mean, no one's gonna get a Super Dragon Ball. That would be ridiculous. But that'd be bigger than that dragon. You gotta need more space up there on that shelf. But you'd think with the Daima figures they would have done like the 3 Daima Dragon Balls, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And they were like a bowling ball size, so it was kind of the same as the Namekian Dragon Balls.
They probably still will.
They're weird like that, but and you don't you shouldn't have to use Kikis on a $60, $70, $80 figure. That's
right. But that's like the only way to get a Dende figure is if you buy the what's his name, the Namekian dragon,
the one
Purunga, whatever.
The
only way to get
Dende. I have it.
Yeah.
Purunga, whatever. Purunga.
Yeah, Purunga.
Yeah, Purunga.
He's dope.
Is it cool? Because I thought about getting the Great Ape Vegeta, but I heard it wasn't worth it. Like, because it just like no movement, you know, it's like just a big piece of plastic. And it's like, okay.
I would if I had the space, I would still get the Great Ape just for nostalgia purposes of the series. But Purunga is pretty dope. It has a lot of like animation, and it doesn't move much, obviously. But the Dende figure covers for that. The Dragon Balls light up when you put them on the display.
That's true.
Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. They light up.
Yeah, it does. Like,
and you can have Dende stand on the base of it, and he'll call on the dragon with their chant.
That's dope.
And then the dragon talks. It's dope.
That's dope. See, yeah, that's worth it in that sense.
I did not know
it's weird
that.
what they decide. Are either of you guys getting the chamber?
I want it.
The chamber.
The chamber that heals the on
the little healing pod thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't
want to get it. I want it.
There's a model kit for it too, and I was wondering if like they're possibly. I know the scaling on the model kit's slightly larger than the 112. Really? I think because I have a Goku model kit and it's much bigger than the SH. But it might have been just like that version of the model might meant to be bigger. But somebody did that with the Saiyan pod model too. They just built the Saiyan pod and just stuck a Vegeta in there. And it fit. So I was wondering if the healing pod was the same way. I'm like trying to get my hands on like it's like, I don't even know if it's an SH, but it's probably a third party, but it's like from Dragon Ball, that little bike Bulma drives and Goku set on the back.
Oh yeah.
No, I think that one was
Yeah.
SH.
What's that?
That wasn't SH? Okay, because
I
it came
think
with
that
like a
one was
leg part,
SH.
so she sat down correctly or whatever.
Yeah.
I saw that. I saw like a reprint of it, but it was a bootleg, and I was like, I'll pass. But then I've seen like capsule corp vehicles that were in the Red Ribbon Army robot that was made by another company. I think it was called Jewel.
That,
Yeah, that
something.
one was dope.
Right,
I missed
that
out
was-
on it.
Definitely, I would get that if you could, because I'm gonna try to get that little walker bike thing pretty soon. That thing was pretty badass. I've been like watching people's like unboxings of it just because I'm like, it looks cool on photo, right? But how is it in person? So I was like watching the videos, and it's like for $60. I was like, I mean, it's $60, but it's like a pretty cool, neat little like two-legged motorcycle Dragon Ball walker thing. So I was like, that'd be worth having, probably. I don't know.
Who was it that made it? And maybe I'm making things up or seeing stuff. I swear somebody had Trunks' time machine. Somebody made it.
There's
Somebody printed one out and made it.
Printed one. Okay,
Yeah, it
I
was a
knew I
3D
saw
print.
it somewhere.
Well,
there's
the one I
also the
saw
model
was
kit
3D
too.
print. Yeah.
There's
Is
a
the model
kit.
kit in scale though? Or is it?
I have no idea.
Hmm.
I really would
even
doubt
if-
it.
Yeah. Even if it's slightly bigger, that'd be dope.
That would be dope. It's bigger, then you could pull out
Yeah.
better shot.
Actually, I'll look it up real quick. I'm sitting here.
Because I remember someone I think Bliss is right. Someone printed it. Dude, that'd be so dope to have that. It'd be sick as hell. I just can't remember
Actually, it looks like someone made it as a toy.
what they do.
I think it shot for Trunks. Oh, that's a statue. Never mind.
I thought
Yeah,
someone.
it's a model kit. It's a figurized Trunks' time machine.
Oh, it's a figure. Is it? Is it? So is it 1/10 scale then? Because I thought figurized is big. They're always bigger.
It is bigger than this person's picture has it standing next to the Trunks Dragon Stars figure, so it is slightly bigger, so it'd work. For
That's
SH.
dope. And last time I checked, they're not nowhere near as expensive as it was the SH. Really.
No, Dragon Stars are, some of them are all right. I'll give them that. Like I found a bunch at Ross years ago, and I still have a bunch of them.
I found a
That
bunch of
never
Ross
opened.
too. They were like $8.90 or $9.99, $8.99.
Yeah, like really cheap. Like I'm not gonna get a perfect Cell SH anytime soon, so I might as well just have the Dragon Star one. You know?
They're
So,
releasing them suppoldly.
let's hope. Like I've been dying for that figure again.
I saw I watch Animated Heroes. He's always doing the drops and stuff. So I guess supposedly they are re-releasing them sometime end of this year.
I would definitely grab that because the OG Perfect Cell sucked.
Yes.
And he's like 200 and something bucks right
Yep.
now.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the old Super Saiyan Goku with the same box type print, whatever. The first one, I had that one. It's a terrible figure.
Yeah.
It actually looks cool in terms of like the detail and the color they put on
Right.
it, but the head don't stay on, the hands don't stay on. It's a nightmare. And I mean, I found it at like some random thrift store for pretty cheap, so I'm not
Nice.
complaining at all. It was one of those rare moments. I think it was Book Off, if you guys ever heard of one of those places. But they had it marked down at a like price where I was like, "You're selling an SH for this cheap?" I'm like, "All right, I'm buying it, whatever." So, but it's a terrible figure.
And that's what's always interesting because it's like I'm surprised. For example, I'm surprised Figma doesn't make more properties because Figma, they can be weird, but they actually are like some of the best feeling figures you can get. Like if you get a figure, they're like super nice, but they don't.
Oh, dude, the Metroid figures they made looked amazing.
Yeah, they just don't make a lot of properties. Like they do
they're
like one-offs or something.
It's really expensive too. It seems like sometimes, like the ones, at least the ones that I get interested in, it's like maybe they're just not in, circulation or whatever. But that's like so expensive. I'm like, I can't see myself paying that.
No, they're just that out. Junk World, they're just that out the gate. Like a lot of times.
Oh, okay. Is that like Metroid Dread Samus was like looks so cool, but I'm like, I'm not paying $200 for that. Thing.
It's hard to find. I've been looking for that figure for a while, but with everything going on, and I just spend so much on the dragon.
Right.
Three
On a
hundred
real
and fifty
though,
dollars
How
is too
much?
much. It's like
yeah,
350 for.
they're
Jesus.
ridiculous. Yeah, I got
Damn.
a friend. He's like, I'll trade you, and I'm like, but you would clean me out for half the shit I have. Like, and I know he
Just for
takes
the
care of his stuff,
150.
but it's just like I don't need him. I don't need the salmon. I got the two Jack Pacific salmons. That works for me. So.
There you go.
But it's, I guess it comes with like magnets, so she can hold herself up against like the wall. Like, I was like, man,
Yeah.
gosh, they need to do still more
There's
stuff like
no
that.
joke,
So.
man.
Me and Green have the Figma Metroid Other M version.
Yes.
Is that one good too?
Yeah, she's dope.
Nice.
She's fucking dope.
They're
I'm
Very
weird. I like
expensive, but
Metroid so much.
they're
I
dope.
even got it tattooed on my arm.
Nice.
That's how much I like Metroid,
Super Metroid is the best game. Super
bro.
Metroid.
Absolutely, absolutely. I would be like when they remade remastered Metroid Prime. I was like, that's cool. And then you get the announcement for Metroid Prime 4, and I'm like, yeah. Then I'm like thinking, I could really use a Super Metroid remake that's actually even like darker
Yeah.
and more gritty. That would be great. So,
Well,
I
I
don't know.
know from the Metroid remake that they did on the 3DS before they discontinued the 3DS, the ending was supposed to set up a Metroid Fusion remake,
Oh, wow.
and they never did it.
Oh, Samus Returns remake or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
They were setting it up for a Metroid Fusion remake, and they never did it. They canceled it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
'Cause I from what I understand, is the Metroid Prime timeline takes place between Metroid 1 and Metroid 2.
Yeah.
I was like, so a lot of shit goes down between just those two games. So I was like, that's pretty
But then
interesting.
again, a lot of that doesn't make sense too because you have Metal Ridley,
Mhm.
and Ridley in Super Metroid is regular.
That's exactly, and that's why I did those every once in a while. Like dive into those like long like YouTube videos where they like talk about all the lore for something, and that was the one thing people couldn't seem to get around was like the issues with the Ridley problem.
Oh, wow.
They're like either it was regenerated or it's like just some weird explanations why like
Don't even get me started on the backstory of Ridley in Metroid Other M when Ridley was that little creature and then all of a sudden he becomes Ridley. I was like, get the fuck out of here, the little cute little Teletubby thing.
Yeah. Didn't they keep getting like bigger and bigger as you play through the game and just eat more shit? Because I never played that title, but I watched the thing on it because it looked cool. So
Metroid
I don't
Other
know.
M was pretty decent. It was a pretty decent game. The main villain, I shouldn't have happened at all.
Okay. Is it like some human or something?
No, it was one of the forgot the name of it. It's the one-eyed monster from Super Metroid.
Oh, Mother Brain.
No, not Mother Brain. The one that looked
Oh.
like a squid.
Oh yeah, I know.
It was a one-eyed. I can't remember the name of it, but it ended up the final battle is pretty much it hovering on the whole entrance of the ship, and then the battle starts.
I can't remember what boss that is. Must have been one of the like in between ones.
No, it was the main boss that for the statue to go down when you're in near the end of Super Metroid.
Before you go into the whole area for Mother Brain.
Yeah.
That boss. I need to play that game again. It's been a while.
I think it's the main boss right before Ridley.
Boss.
Let me see if I find it.
That's what I'm looking up too.
Oh my god.
Trade.
Monster hovering. That sounds like a tough boss for sure. Oh man.
I can't find it, but it's this one right here. Like they showed somebody did a drawing of it.
Okay, that one.
Yes, I remember.
It's the Dragon or whatever. Dragon.
Yeah, that's the main boss in Metroid Other M.
Weird.
Yeah, it was a shitty idea for a boss. For like the final boss.
It's like they phoned it in. Just phoned it in.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like he's like Galactus in the old Fantastic Four. He's a
No, he's just like a cloud. Yeah.
yeah, he's a cloud. Like, I'm Galactus. It's a
I
thunderstorm.
watched that movie not too long ago. Like I love how campy these were. Like it's just so.
Yeah.
Not the best part of that movie was Silver Surfer's voice acting for Prince Fishburne. It was like,
Right.
Damn. So they
uh,
sold so far the total for the backing of the dragon 4,566 dragons,
Holy shit.
and there's
Is
still
it
one
done
more
now?
hour. No, it's still one more hour.
One more hour? Holy shit! Down to the final count.
That's
Yo,
crazy.
if it hits 5,000, Four Horsemen better fucking send a horse with that shit. I don't give a fuck how they figure it out.
Right.
5,000, I want a horse.
Give me a horse.
I need a horse.
Send me the mold. I'll print it myself.
Just give me a horse.
There we go.
I know there's
they
a
gotta do is
112 scale
repaint one.
pre-order on 5K Toys for a scale horse.
All the fish toys.
I think
Yeah,
it looks really good though for
I
the
had a
picture.
couple of
But,
coming. Rabbit's Den, one of the cats, he got his. They're pretty dope, man.
You got a question, Junk Club.
Oh,
Wade Creek says,
wonderful.
any more attempts at larger bodies of water?
Yes, actually, yeah, hang on. Ugh, sorry,
Oh, shit,
I put it away because it was in my way. I was gonna work on it today, but things happened, so I didn't. But yesterday, I got to the point where I started blending colors together,
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
and then probably Tuesday I'll start adding the layers of clear so it gives it the depth. So what I'll do is probably, believe it or not, that's all toilet paper. That's another reason why I'm junk law. I make treasures from trash. I'll use Mod Podge mixed with water to like get it real thin, and I'll do. This will probably take longer than this really tiny one.
Okay, let's see. Hold on.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
that's so sick.
So I got caught in a dust storm, so that's why it looks brown. So my windows are broken, and
Oh.
maintenance doesn't do shit, so dust gets blown in here pretty easily. But
Yeah.
so all this was like layered Mod Podge and glue and resin and
Wow.
stuff to give it that depth. And you can use regular Elmer's glue and water
Mhm.
and do it in between some of the layers to give it this kind of slight fog look, so you can get like that depth look, like if you were in water, in theory. That's kind of what I was doing with this. So that's what this one will be, and it should be done by next weekend, and I can start those one-piece pictures with that dock I made out of popsicle sticks. So.
Nice.
That's fucking dope.
That's sick.
Hell yeah.
And then the dock I'm like redesigning,
Nice.
or redesigned it so I can make it like more sturdy, so if people actually like want one, I can make it for them. So it's
Oh
not, like,
shit.
wouldn't fall apart if I mailed it to you. Like the one I made is, you breathe on it, it's like. So. But I knew that's what it was going to be like when I made it, because it was just like from the outside, the top, it looks nice, but if you flip it over, you're like, oh, it's all that nasty hot glue. It's just. I gave zero shits at some point trying to put that together. I was like, it's all just hot glue. But as I was building, I was like, I should have cut this like this. I should have done this. I should use toothpicks as like bolts and use wood glue and drill holes. And then I'm like, just taking it to a whole other level of just extra that it need to be. So, but then I thought if I made it like that, it'd be sturdy enough to where, like, say you guys wanted a dock, I'd be like, just pay for shipping and the materials here. Like, I'm just gonna do it anyway. So I wouldn't know how to price my work anyway. So plus, I like to help people out. So
that's what's
yeah.
up.
So yeah, I'm on a hiatus from building Gunpla, but I'd rather do diorama stuff. That's kind of
Awesome.
kind of where I'm at. That and just build one robot with this. You built like 1 million. So no offense I love Gundam. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge giant robot guy, but when you go hard in the paint for like 3 years straight, it's where you're like, I don't want to look at one of these anymore. And the action figures kind of bring that nice. I can pose it. It's already got its own little thing, and I can mix and match it. It's like where the Gundams, it's like, okay, I can't really take pictures with other things because even though like I can mix a Power Ranger with, say, Wolverine in the same picture. They're the same scale and they're people, so you can
Right.
kind of that illusion goes away. Whereas you got a 5-story robot sitting next to Cyclops in the same height, kind of like my brain doesn't want to work around that. So it's just like I wouldn't take pictures like that. So I mean, unless I was doing like a parody picture of the Gundams are all sitting there like a park fishing or something. I mean, I've done that before, but
Right.
it's just I just kind of don't really. It's maybe I'm on a break, I guess. I don't hate it. I just don't want to build. So I'd rather make like scenery and like been seeing people's backgrounds from all their toy photography, and I'm more interested. This sounds weird, but I'm more interested in props than the figures themselves in the background. So like if I use like little crates and stuff online, I'm just like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever, you know. And I've got like an $80 figure that came with it, and I'm like, oh, cool, $80 figure, $1 box, and the box is all I'm about. It's okay.
Hey man,
So.
our brother AB, he's the master of finding things to go. That we call him
the Dollar
well,
Tree
he's
King.
actually he doesn't. He's not just a client of Dollar Tree. He runs Dollar Tree.
He's the
I was
head.
gonna say, like, if you have a little bit of like tenacity in your system, you can find anything you need at Dollar Tree for your action figures and make it work. Like the pallets they have there, the craft section.
Yeah.
Just throw a little bit of like thinned out brown painted water on that thing, and it'll look like a wood stain without actually having to buy wood stain and killing yourself, you know. And you can just do all that little stuff, or like get acrylic paints and like tagging on, it's just weird stuff like that. So yeah, Dollar Tree, that dock I built is from the Dollar Tree, like just hot glue, popsicle sticks, dowels, and hot glue sticks. I spent like $3.50.
There you go.
Nice.
That's how you do it.
So, but yeah, that's all I've been doing lately. I've been trying to get more pictures done, but just either it's a lack of. I'm trying to. I don't know if you guys run into this, but I feel like I'm taking the same picture over and over again right now. So that is something I struggle with. Like I like to be original almost every time I take a picture, which is going to never happen and drive me nuts. Whereas I'm not envious, but I can appreciate people who have a look that is in every single one of their photos, and it shows like organization and consistency, and I really value that and wish I could be like that, but I'm not that kind of person. So I try to find something very different every time I do something. So that's probably why I haven't that work. I don't know. You guys busy with work lately? You ever find that just even though you want to sit down and take some great photos, you're just like, I don't want to mess with nothing right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I go to blocks.
Like phases, I guess. I don't know. Like
I don't think I get a block when it comes because I could think of photos real quick. It's more so sometimes I come home and I'm like, damn, I don't want to set up and then have to put all this away.
That's for me. It's the setup because it's like putting it away. I don't, and I have two obnoxious cats who are like, oh, we're doing something different. Let me get involved here. And it's like, okay, well, I'm not taking this picture for another hour. And so, yeah, I was just kind of wondering if anyone else experiences like that kind of like, I don't, like you said, burnout, or maybe it's just like, I don't want to waste my time setting up just for this. But I can come up with ideas, but I also feel like my technical skills can't meet my ideas. You know, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, but
you got to keep playing around with it. I mean, I was like that in the beginning when I started, and I like to think I found my own style. And I keep myself open to everything. So like I don't shoot a specific style. I like to shoot everything because I feel like when it comes to the hobby for me, I never wanted to get bored. My biggest problem with my wife told me, she was like, let's see how long you last with this hobby. And obviously I've been doing this for what, almost 6 years now? So it's like,
that's fair.
It's for me, I feel like there's always something new to learn. And I've had plenty of people DM me and ask me tips on how I do certain things, and I send them tip videos back and show them. But for me, like I just like trying new stuff all the time. So if we get a theme, for example, we're in the Daredevil collab, and Jedi Jack is a master at making us go above and beyond our limitations when it comes to our skills in photography with his collab ideas. So when he sets out a collab of something that I've never done before, I like to try to do it the way they want and also add something to it that I can take into another photo. So like I'll
Right.
do a weird angle. That's one of I think that's my signature, to be honest. I love stupid weird angles because it
No,
gives a
those
different
are
perspective.
they're more dynamic too. Like
Hmm.
I would find with that real quick that was the big problem with Gundam builders photography is they spend all this time building this kit and painting it. They want it to be seen as a whole, and I'm like, but you got like a carousel, man. Like, get in there and get some like weird, cool angles and stuff, and it
Yeah.
make like just focus on like maybe just the ankle or something weird, but it'll be clear. It'll make it pop.
Yeah.
But that's a good point too. Like that, like interesting angles, like make your photos more dynamic. That's a good idea to try. I feel like I just too stagnant in repeating myself because I have the same backgrounds. I think that's what I'm trying to avoid is the same backgrounds.
Bro, I use the same background for a lot of my photos.
Yeah.
Same.
Shit.
And again, I feel like it's because I do different angles that
Mhm.
Mhm.
change the perspective. And it
Yeah.
also helps the story you're trying to tell too.
That's right.
True.
So
It
for
really
like a lot
does.
of the collabs, obviously it's whatever collab they put out, that's the theme shot. That's the shot that we're gonna do. But when it comes to me doing photos that I want to shoot, if I come up with an idea, I'll set up and I'll see the shot the way I pictured it, and then I'll start changing the angles around to see if it looks better for me.
Right.
And
Okay.
sometimes that changes the story you're trying to tell, but it actually tells it better than what you were originally trying to tell. You can be like, "Oh, wow, this should looks way better than what I thought it would be." And I've done that a
Yeah.
few times. I've taken photos that we're our biggest critics.
Yeah.
No matter how
True.
we look at it, it could be a perfect photo. We are our biggest critics, and we'll ask people A or B, which one should I post?
Right.
And then it'll be like
Uh,
A. It'll be like A, and you'll be like, "Damn, I really hated A." Like,
Yeah.
and everybody loves it. But you post the photo, and like I said, we're never gonna be happy with what we shoot. It's just how it is because I wouldn't say we're trying to be perfectionists, but we're trying to really catch the story that we're trying to tell.
Yeah.
And sometimes switching it up a little bit while you're having your setup tells the story better than what you could ever thought. And I've done it plenty of
that's
times
true.
where I'll take a photo and I'll look at it and I go, shit, did I take this photo?
Yeah, I have a few of those too, where you're like,
Yeah.
that's not from my camera. That's not
Yeah.
even the same thing. Like, what is
Like
this?
like one of the things that I try to work a lot more on now
Mhm.
is more realistic lighting.
Mm.
So
Okay.
I
Okay.
mess around with angles, but I also mess around with how bright I put a light, how dark I put a light, where I want shadows to be, to give it
Right.
a more photorealistic thing. Like for example, my last week's Daredevil photo, the above shot I did.
Yes.
Like I was in love with the lighting that I did for it. So things like that. And just play around. Like you'll be surprised for what changing what you would normally do as a regular shot and maybe even tilting the camera sideways, turning it a little bit
Mhm.
to an angle, how much different your shot will look. And you'd be like, damn, I could do this with a lot of other figures too.
I was thinking of trying different colored light lenses just to
Yeah.
Yeah.
switch it out
Mhm.
and do like thought about doing portraits again, but I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Portraits can be
I
so
think I
dynamic with the right lighting.
Mhm.
I think I'm just stuck on stop motion still, and I only try to
no.
squeeze out like one a week because it takes a lot of rushing for me. So I know other people do it; it takes them a long time, but I have like my shortcuts to do it. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
but it still takes a lot of. It takes more time to get all my sound and stuff done than it would be to like actually animate, so to speak. So,
Yeah.
but it just sucks because it's like I want to push out more content, but like when I animate, it takes up so much time, and you're done. You're like satisfied, right? Because you're like, I just made this toy come to life by moving it X amount of times and stitching them all together and all that stuff. So that whole process is very fulfilling, but it is extremely like creatively draining sometimes. Like I can make something that's 20 seconds, and I won't want to do anything for a week. I just like for some reason not outwardly thinking about it, it just doesn't happen again. It's like that's kind of like maybe where I'm like struggling because you guys keep doing these nice collabs, and I'm like, well, I guess this is another week I'm not joining in. So, I feel bad because it's like I want to join in, but it's like, man, I'm so creatively tapped. I feel like, especially in like the anime collab, I'm just taking the same picture over and over. And
No,
over.
dude, it's like for me, like that's the collabs is what sustains me. because
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
right
it's
back.
that's what no worries. That's what gets me going because I need to have that schedule. I kind of have to have that structure of the collab. As weird as that sounds, the collapse gives me structure because that kind of gives me like a syllabus. Like this is what I'm supposed to go shoot, and then I go out and do it. Then I bring my own imagination to it, but having that guide helps me get motivated because I know, I even have all the collabs. I'll have them on notepad, like when they're due and so it kind of keeps me always. So then I'll set a block of time away to start shooting, and then I'll shoot a block of stuff in that time, and I come away feeling pretty good. What I've also noticed that does is that's reduced my amount of shots too. Now that I'm kind of have organization for the collabs and they guide me, I can go in and usually one or two shots, and I'll get the shot I want because it's I hate to make it's not like it's work, but it's an assignment, right? So I feel like it's a
Yeah.
goal for me to complete it. So that kind of motivates me because it's just how my brain works. Like I want to finish this, so I don't want to start something that I can't finish. So that's what kind of motivates me. And then that's
I
what brings me to the different. Going back to what Blitz was saying, that's what brings me to doing different stuff in the setup because sometimes I'll layer like I'll make like an actual like scaffolding or something
uh-huh.
just so I can get a low angle. Like because my shooting space is weird. Or I'll, like he said, when he's shooting down, I'll purposely stand everything up and then I'll shoot down at it. So usually, like I said, it's always that collab thing that helps me go, okay, what was the assignment? And then I know where, because I got ADHD sometimes. So it's like I got to have that kind of guide to make me keep myself going.
You know
Green, what
what's
works for you? How do you approach it?
So for me, I like the collabs because, like you were talking about, like when you do have those mental blocks, it kind of gives you something to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, oh, I got this idea or this theme right here, and then a lot of the times for me, like when I'm thinking of something to do for that theme, I'll be like, okay, I got my idea locked down, and then that'll spawn like 4 or 5 more different ideas for shots too.
Yeah.
So that
Oh,
helps out
okay.
as well. And another thing for me that helps out, like I'm thinking of shots all the time. Like I'll be at work, just thinking of things I want to shoot when I get home. And like if I have an idea, I'll write it down in like my notepad on my phone or something. But so I can save that shot for later. And then like if I do have a day or something where I just don't know what to shoot, or if I'm in the mood to shoot something and I just don't know what to, I can go back to that list. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a sweet idea. Let me try to do something with that.
Nice.
I
That's
was
not
gonna
a
say
bad idea.
Let's go.
another example, and I
Mm-hmm.
just thought of it. So I have Mafex RoboCop coming Tuesday, right?
Nice.
So off rip with that one figure, I'm going to do a RoboCop versus Terminator.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
Nice.
gonna
that's
do a
cool.
RoboCop scene itself, like in the streets. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do a portrait of RoboCop because you
Yeah.
have to. So it's like when I get something in as well, I already have a set of shots that I think of, and
Mhm.
it'll all be in one setup. So I'll set
Gotcha.
up like maybe my NECA building that I have, and I'll just do angles so it looks different as I go.
That's dope. That's dope. That's a good way to approach it.
Mhm.
Like, 'cause- so it get you automatically have yourself a series of things you can tackle it as soon as it comes your way. That's dope. That's really dope.
See, I don't. See, I'm a complete opposite. Maybe that's where I'm struggling. Is I don't. I literally just make stuff up as I go along. Like, I have zero plans ever, and I
Mm.
never have an idea other than like what Papa Verde said. Is when I'm at work, I'll have an idea. But luckily, my work's right there behind me, so I can just turn around and do something. So, but yeah, I'm like, I don't plan because every time I plan, I feel like it gets too much outside my wheelhouse. Like I'll just like the idea gets too out of control, and it's just like
Mm.
I can never get it to where the ideas or the image in my head's at. Like
Right.
I can't meet that expectation, so I like I like to just try to be spontaneous, but at the same time, it does cause me to like not have a good creative flow sometimes, I guess. So that's like this piccolo. I did a bunch of stuff for it and then put it back in the box and was like, why didn't I just film everything I needed to do right then and there for it? Like you guys were saying, like just get your setup going. But I think it just sometimes distractions maybe. I don't know.
It happens.
It happens. You're not wrong. Yeah, I think it's just like we all kind of approach it differently to some degree. So, but I think it's the one thing is that it's always approaching it with like I try to always approach it as if I try to approach it as if I'm getting ready to like just start posing up the figs. Like I like to really just jump into it as if I'm like 7 or 8 again. You know, like I don't know really what's going to
That's
come
a
out
good
of
way
it,
to think about it.
but it's just I'm having fun playing with it. Then when my brain is trailing off for having fun, that's when the assignment comes in. I go, oh yeah, let me shoot this like so. They help each other. They kind of help each other. You know, my kind of ADHD and feeling like a kid, and then the assignment. So that really, without that, I think I think I definitely would be burnt out because I wouldn't really know what I'm shooting or why I'm shooting. It helps. It really helps. At least for me.
I'm gonna try that this week. Just write down the ideas and then see how that works out for me instead of just trying to squeeze something in with whatever time I've got, which causes a little frustration sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like you're trying to shoot a picture. I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys, but this has happened to me a few times in recent months. Is I'll be trying to shoot something and I'm just swearing up a storm, getting super heated and mad, and I'm just like, this isn't even fun. What's going on here? It's just like nothing's working right. So I don't know if that's ever happened to any of you guys, but it's like sometimes that's probably why I haven't been doing too much because I don't want to feel like I have to push content out if I don't want to.
Right. Which is understandable too. Again, the only reason why I put content out on a regular basis is the collapse. I blame them. They help.
Oh yeah,
keep me going.
I gotta say, I appreciate you and all that work you do for that stuff because that seems like a lot to do. With I'm sure you guys got way more than the ones I'm into. So
it's fun. It's fun to do. It really keeps me because what happens is that when you know what the collabs does for me too. Here's a big thing that I never really talk about. The collabs, I know that my peers are gonna bring it, right? I know they're gonna bring what they do to the table. They're gonna bring the best they bring to the table. So that motivates me because it's like I feel like, man, I gotta be a team player. You know what I mean? It's like I gotta bring my A game because they're bringing their A game, so we can win the game. I don't know what the game is we're trying to win, but it just makes
we're all just gonna kick some ass and bring the best that we can.
Yeah, it helps, man. It really helps. Wade says, "Yo, what Junk was saying makes a lot of sense to me too. Y'all give some banger tips. Appreciate that, man." For me, I do custom toy photography and dials. Not great at any. Man, don't say that, man. But helps picking one or the other.
Look,
I am sure you're great at one or more of those.
Yeah.
But as Blitz has said, we are our worst critics. So
there you go.
There is no such thing as a bad person in toy photography that shoots or in anything.
No.
And the reason being is because everybody's unique in their own personal way. Like the collab that we're doing this week for Daredevil, he took an image of Daredevil and he said everybody recreate the shot. And
Yep.
it shows just how versatile everybody is. And not one single shot of ours that we've submitted so far look the same.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They're completely different.
Everybody's
of
unique.
The same thing. That's what's so bizarre. They're all got the same assignment, but it's completely different interpretation. So
that's what I like about it too. Is everyone's got a unique like style of sorts. Like if I'm bothered by anything is when people copy each other for the trendy thing. Like, oh, look at this trendy editing style that everyone's doing. Like,
yeah.
I don't care, but I would say if something bothered me, it's you not being unique and being like someone else would actually bother me as a person looking at someone else's content. So
he says, I appreciate it. Just saying, I believe we all have room for employment. I'm improving. I'm learning every day, man.
Yeah,
and
still learn every day.
And actually, too, to piggyback on that, it I've talked to Blitz and AD and Green about this many a time. Sometimes the figure brings it out in you, right? It
That's
depends on
true.
the figure might bring out something that you hadn't even thought about, or a shot you had never thought about, or a new lighting that you hadn't thought about, or a new angle. Sometimes the figure will bring it out of you. So,
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, I've always come to the conclusion that the photography is second, the action figures first for me. The collectible, like having the figures just sitting on my desk is more important than my photography, because
Yeah.
that's what I love. Actually, is the action figures.
I like that saying, dude. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind moving forward. And
I tell people all the time, like I'm not perfect, far from it. But if there's anything that you think that I do that you like and I can help you with, ask away. I've helped so many people that I might not respond right away, work, life, wife, kids, but I respond and I'll send a whole video from beginning to end of what I do. I'll even do a setup just for the person who asks for
Yeah,
help. I have no problem. So if anybody ever wants to ask me anything, if there's something that I do that you like, I'll definitely show you. I have no
that's
problem.
right.
And that's what the community's supposed to be about, like helping
Yep.
your fellow toy photographer, whether it be growing, whether it be learning something, whether it be inspiring. It's all about the positive.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, man. Because again, we're all being creative. We're all artists, so we do art. Art is not it's the eye of the beholder, man. If you do what you do, and it's gonna be good,
Exactly.
because it's
Yeah.
you're doing you. You're doing what your imagination has presented to you. So but again, that imagination, to me, it ends with the figure. Like
Yeah.
the figure is the thing, man. Like it's. I know sounds corny, but that's the only reason why I'm buying a dragon. I'm not buying a dragon. I'm really not buying a dragon to take shots of it. I'm buying a dragon because I want a fucking dragon. I wanted a dragon since I was like 5. So it's just the figure.
And I don't think anyone's ever made an action figure like that ever.
No. So it's
No.
the
And
figure,
nobody
Like,
man.
ever will.
I
Nobody ever
no,
want
will.
it.
like that thing is insane looking. Like, what?
I wanted Darth Vader because Darth Vader is my favorite character. Like that's the reason. It's not
Yeah.
It's funny because Spider-Man is one of my favorite characters. Darth Vader. I don't take a lot of pictures of those characters, even though they're my favorite characters. It's just that they're there. It's one of those things that actually having something that you actually can look at every day and go, oh man, this is cool that I'm actually able to pose this around and put it in my pocket and carry it
Yeah.
around with me or do whatever I'm gonna do with it. That it's that type of fulfillment that makes it like the hobby, keeps the hobby going for me, because I can then therefore share that exact emotion with a whole bunch of people. And it's
Yep.
fun. That's what makes it fun, man.
Yeah.
It makes the community so enriching, is because it's like
Yeah.
being able to sit down and talk about, hey man, look, did you know that the new Darth Vader, you can pull, like, it's so neat, you can pull the lightsaber out of the actual hilt, and so, goofy shit like that. That makes this whole hobby fun, man, because
Yeah.
Yeah.
when we were kids, we didn't necessarily have the opportunity of having those types of figures. The kids now are so spoiled, man. They got everything.
Yeah.
They can go in the
Definitely.
store and get figures that are amazing, like just like amazing. Like when we were growing up, it's like, what the hell? Well, the most that was popping for the many years, probably all maybe to the last 15 years, 20, maybe 15 years, was 5 points of articulation.
Yep.
That's all you were dealing with.
For me, it was like all we had was GI Joes, where you had to. I don't even know if they make GI Joes like this anymore. Remember, we had the rubber band on the inside to hold them
Yeah,
together.
shit was
Yeah, that
snapping.
shit break all the
Shit
time.
would
You just
break,
like
and you'd be like, I'm fucked.
learn to fix them, and then had the Ninja Turtles, which weren't the most articulate figures,
Yeah,
and
they're
then
5 points. OG
yeah, and
Turtle.
then I think I was into the. I don't know if you guys remember these toys, but they're like Exo Squad. It was like a cartoon.
Yes,
Like a couple
excellent.
dudes in a robots. That was cool. But then like Power Rangers was like the last thing that I was into as like toys because
And
I was
they
coming out of
started.
that. I was going to that age of like, oh hey girls and stuff like that, you
Yeah.
know. So
And Power Rangers started to have a little bit more articulation, so that was neat because it was like, oh shit, they got a little bit. They can move at the elbows and knees. Oh shit!
and their fingers, some of them were
Yeah,
like,
their fingers get. But then it was cool. But now as adults, man, our shit is like you can't like a Mezco that looks exactly like Brandon Lee. Get the fuck out of here.
I
What are
know
you made?
some face sculpts are crazy looking.
I think sometimes we don't maybe it's not a bad maybe it's not the right word, but it's the best word I can think. Sometimes I don't think we appreciate how cool shit is sometimes.
Yeah.
We get caught up in it that we don't realize.
Oh yeah, like we take it for granted or something just because
Yeah,
it's the modern
it's
world.
cool, man. It's like I remember watching Dragon Ball and then watching Dragon Ball Z, and those fucking figures. I got a couple of them, and they come straight from Japan. They were like 5 points, man. They were whack.
Oh yeah, the old ones are so bad.
Yeah, they were horrible. But I wanted them to move like they did in the show. Now we got SH figure arts, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's all come full circle. So I think it's pretty cool, man. So, and
How
think
long do
about
you guys usually go for?
we'll wrap up.
Yeah,
here,
we're about
man.
to wrap it up right now.
Okay. I was like, I don't mean to be rude, but I gotta go eat my dinner.
Yeah, I think
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, it's I think going back real quick, like you doing stop motion is the next evolution of what it is, because our still photography is exactly that. It's still photography. We're not showing articulation or nothing going on. You doing
That's
stop motion is actually
too.
the next evolution of what can be done with what we do now. So man, I'll give you props for that. So before we get out of here, take the praise in doing that, dude, because that's amazing. Like, what you're doing.
No, thank you. I do appreciate that. It's fortunate that for what happened in my life that is the reason why I was grounded a lot as a kid, so I did stop motion a lot with my toys. So this is why it comes kind of natural to me, even though it's a long process. But no, I appreciate that. And I tell anyone, if you've got the patience, you could do it. You just need to be able to think in terms of movement, like how does the human body move? Like also, like these days, technology is so much better that it's much easier to get into doing it because you can remove a stance simpler. Like you don't have to have all these objects in the way, like an armature if you use that kind of stuff. So most people will always say the same thing. I don't have the patience for that. I'm like, yeah, it's like hundreds, if not thousands, of pictures that you have to organize, depending on what you're doing. But or you can be one of those, and I'm going to say it like this: you can be one of those turds who uses AI to stop motion. But
Yeah.
that's to me is not an art form. It's just using a computer program. So
Yeah, because it takes all the work out of it.
yeah,
Really
I mean, some of them look cool though. I mean, there's a couple of them I've seen like that's pretty cool. Like maybe I'll try it, but then I was like, nah, because then
I got
taking bread out of your own mouth, kind of. Even though I get paid to do this stuff, but yeah, if anyone ever wants to collab on a stop motion, I'd be down. It's hard.
I've done a few.
You'd have to send me some damn. Yeah, and it's like a simple movement too. Is if anyone's interested in, if you're doing something like this, right? Just animate it going down and then reverse animate up. And just repeat like it's waving. So you're not animating more than like whatever you need for this one motion. So.
Nice.
That way you're not like repeatedly doing this because you could just like, all right, I got this section of him going like that, but I need him to like wave his hand like this, like John Cena can't see me or whatever. And you only have to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just reverse it and just that. So there's my pro tip for anyone who wants to do it. It's not that hard. It's just place holding. So
well, on that note, before we get out of here, Junkfoot, I think we're gonna have you come back and actually do like maybe a demo or tutorial, man. That'd be dope.
Sure. Anytime.
Awesome.
Guys, anytime you guys want.
That'd be dope as shit, man. Again, thanks, brother, for coming on, man. It's
thank you. It's been a blast,
appreciate you coming. hanging with us.
But
just shooting
seriously
shit.
though, thank you, because it's nice to be around fellows that do the same thing. So it's really nice to actually talk in person with people, opposed to like singularity messages between work and stuff. So this has been really cool for me too. So no, thank you. If you guys ever need anything help, just let me know.
Oh, absolutely,
Definitely, bro.
man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you,
Absolutely.
man. Hey, Wade, thanks, man. You have a good night too, man. And
Appreciate you,
thanks
Wade.
everybody for joining us tonight, man.
Peace out, Wade.
Been a good one. Blitz gonna take us out, man. He's gonna take us.
Yes, I am. Yes,
Before we
I
get
am.
out of here. Hold on a second.
So one big announcement. Next week, the Lazy Boys will not be doing Lazy Boys. We will actually be on Latin Legions.
Yeah.
So it'll be a
Yeah.
cross show
Nice.
between us and Latin Legions. We'll be on, I think he said 7 o'clock
7,
Eastern.
yeah.
I'm not
Yes.
100% sure. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Latin Legions YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We're gonna be playing some crazy games with them, and you know how those fellas gets. So definitely check out their page. A promo, it will be up, I think, either tomorrow or Tuesday. They're gonna announce it, but
Okay.
I might as well say it now because we won't be on for our show, but we'll be on theirs to have fun. So
Yeah.
definitely come hang out with us and the fellas over at Latin Legions and have a good time just enjoying what they do. And like I said, they play funny ass games. So we're
Yes,
gonna
it
play
is.
some games. Other than that, if anybody wants to be a guest on the Lazy Boys, just reach out to us. Let us know. We'll have you on. I love reaching out to people and asking if they want to be on too, but you guys can also do the same. Please don't be afraid to ask. Um, and we're still working out the stuff for the pig bar. We're gonna
Yes.
come back. And when we come back, we're gonna be keep doing what we're doing, which is appreciated in the community, and pretty much just promoting banger shots, whether it be higher accounts, newer accounts, whatever it is, just appreciating the community as it should be. Other than that, I have nothing right now. I know we have a guest for the following week, but I can't think of it right now off the top of my head.
I can't remember.
Yeah, we do. I
I
can't
just
think.
can't. Oh, it's I'll tell you right now. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
know you gotta go, jump. Let me
It's me
just say
again.
his
I'm the
name.
guest again. It's me again.
Hey, so it's
Oh shit.
um Aries underscore Lego underscore Legends underscore and
That's right.
underscore more.
Yes, that's
He'll
right.
be on with us the following weekend when we're
That's
back for
cool.
Lazy
And look
Boys.
who joined us to close us out.
Hey,
Hey, big brothers!
What's
Hey,
up, brother?
what's
just
up,
in
big
time.
bros? Junk Blow, what's up, man? Cracking.
What's up? How's it going?
Pretty good,
AB's
man.
the working man on Sunday, so
Yeah.
sometimes he gets to hang with us,
Yes.
sometimes he can't.
Yes, Jason Statham.
Yeah. Damn,
Man.
AB, we're about to get out right now, bro.
Is he there? Did
AB,
he break
there
up?
you
Oh,
go.
no,
hear
it's
us?
You can
okay,
hear us?
brother. Shit, I could barely even cutting you out. The other Wi-Fi out here is like so bad, bro. It's like
Yo, you
it's
need a
could barely
Wi-Fi
like cuts out.
Wi-Fi puck to take with you. That's what I have. I use
Oh
that to
yeah.
travel.
Yeah.
Oh
But
shit, that's right. I
That's a
should
good idea.
yeah, we're about to head out, AB.
do it. Hell yeah, bro. I just wanted to say what's up to you guys, man. Love you guys, and
Absolutely, brother.
Much
what
love,
up,
Same
brother.
Young
thing.
man? Much
What's
love to you
up?
guys
But
always, man.
um, one more thing, it's officially Legions Con season, so let's get ready for Legions Con, people.
Yes,
There you
sir.
go.
I've been ready.
Um, but good night, everybody. Time to stop being lazy. Thank you for joining us. Have a
Heard
good
Peace.
him.
night,
Thanks for
everybody.
having me.
Yeah,
No problem, bro.
absolutely, brother. Appreciate you.
Thanks,
News,
guys.
Love y'all. Good night.
love.